Anything. Come on, please, anything. Now, I'm not being funny, people. I'm going.
Does this just come on the name water?
Word water's just come up.
But as in the name?
As in the name.
The thing come up earlier.
I'm going.
If you've asked for a chat and they're asking you to chat to them.
Yeah, but look, it's come up with chat. I'm not going to sit here having things thrown at me. If you're there, please show yourself. It's thrown it at me!
It was not that guy.
No, I'm gonna go more towards no.
Okay, because I'm gonna tell you right now, there is no... Okay.
Time to go. We're going.
Verga. No mames.
That's my jam.
I love that song.
That's my jam.
Well,
I wanted to
this
rap.
is
Mike.
Michelle.
Ken.
Mike.
Bama.
And this is
The
Transformers.
Dude, you will not explain what just happened.
Okay, so our show originally was supposed to be about aliens, right? But somehow we got sidetracked and we started talking about ghost stories. Now, me and my family, I can say we've been haunted for fucking years. So we got stories that go all the way back to childhood. And we just told like maybe 3 stories and then everything shut down. It was over after that.
Things got all messed up and
Yeah,
scary.
we were in the middle of a phone call even. And,
Dude, there was like no audio.
Yeah, we were down for a minute
It was doing
too.
some crazy mixing.
Yeah, so now we're gonna talk about.
No, well, now we're going to talk about ghosts. Now,
Yeah,
bring it.
Which one do you want to talk about? Who wants to talk about the real scary story?
Well, I do want to say something because when you talked about that place on Muskego, there's only one night where I spent the night there. And it was the night when I couldn't get in downstairs on 12th and Lapham. And it just so happened that Joel had came by for some reason. And I was sleeping in the basement. So I went to your guys' house. I spent the night that night. That night I had a dream. And in that dream, there was a mom and there was a dad. The dad was sitting at the table with a newspaper. The mom was cooking on the stove. The layout was just like it is upstairs in that apartment. And there was a little girl and she was playing. And I was floating and they were all looking at me. Right? And I woke up. And then to hear that
other
story,
than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
you know, they hear that story that little girl died in a fire in that place.
Yeah.
And that the person that there was somebody that was living there and there was smoke everywhere and he called the fire department and they came and then there was nothing. There was no fire.
Yes.
So I mean that happened to me just being in that apartment one night.
You know, I didn't tell you the rest of that story.
And I knew nothing about the little girl too.
Wait,
I knew nothing. There was no backstory.
I didn't tell you that somebody called the cops and said that the room was full of smoke. I didn't tell you that part.
Somebody else told me that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, yeah, that is a scary fucking house to be in. Toilets flushing on their own, water just turning on itself. Yeah. And the toys.
The toys playing. They stole that story from us from when we were kids to get Toy Story.
They did.
Yeah.
They were.
Because our toys were playing by themselves.
So now everybody can hear your ghost stories that you were telling.
Oh.
Repeat that whole thing again?
Okay, but
yeah, tell us what happened when the ghost touched you.
No ghost.
Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
No. that one, because that was a house. Like, I don't know what land that was actually built on.
There he
and
is.
what type of energy
It was,
or how that started. But the house my dad grew up in is actually a house that my grandfather built room by room. So when it first started off, was it just that living room and that
shack.
one room to the
right,
back?
Right. That was it.
Okay, so that was there already, right?
That was there. You know,
And then Grandpa built on, because this ended up being like a multi-level type of house. Like you would go down 2 steps to the kitchen, back up a stair to the living room, back down like 3 stairs to another room, back up 1 stair. So like,
What the hell's going on?
Yeah, but I love that because you know what? If you weren't familiar with the layout, you were a fucking burglar. All right, you were a fucking burglar, and you did not belong there.
the person that owned that house, the first owner was Al Capone Sr. He was in the cavalry. He was I don't know. I think a lieutenant or something at that time, and they robbed a Confederate train and stole the money out of it. And when we were kids, we were down in that basement, and we dug up this money bag. Inside of it was all kinds of Confederate money, and my mom says, "Get rid of it." So we had to get rid of it. We should have kept it. Because they're all sequenced.
Yeah.
They're all wrapped and everything. And we were looking for the gold. But we never had a chance because my dad.
That was the gold.
My dad pulled that
was
once.
the gold
yeah,
right there.
Filled that all with sand. Filled the whole basement in that area with sand.
So you guys always had like weird stuff going on in that
always.
house, hey?
At night you'd be sleeping and be like say early in the morning around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you hear like Indian sounds, making a powwow or something up there, and horses. And I always, you hear horses on top of the hill, and they're stomping around and making their noises and that, And so one morning I looked up, and there was horses on top of our hill. There was a black beauty. There was a paint with the handprint on it. Indians put them handprints on them, and then with the feather off on the side of his head. I mean, this is real. This is real stuff that really happened. And that house.
No, not to interrupt you. Is this the hill that you guys we would see bears out here? Is this the bear hill that we would see this on?
This is a great big hill. We had a big monster hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then my dad sold the sand in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the hill went away. But anyways, yeah.
Bye hill.
It was that hill was awesome though. It was a complete awesome hill, man.
Hey.
Be sliding down on a sled. Oh.
You got some ghost
run
stories?
Right into that ghost.
Yeah, I know you got a ghost story going on.
I got 4 different. My dad, when I was living with my mom when I was a teenager, my dad came over here to use the phone. So he came inside our house, my mama's house, and he was sitting there talking on the phone, and something grabbed his leg. It was cold. He said it felt cold. It was like a hand that just grabbed his leg. Like sitting there, he jumps up out of the chair. I'm like, what's wrong, Dad? He says, something cold just grabbed my leg. I was like, wow. But then I was at a prodigal mission home, and the preacher's daughter and me were dating, so I got to have a regular room in their house while everybody else had where they had a makeshift. They did bolted the garage doors shut, but you had a door right there, so they made inside there. They made different sectionals where you could sleep for people that are on the streets. But since I needed a place to stay, but then the preacher's daughter wanted me, so me and her started dating, and so I got my own room. But when I was in my room, my door was closed, and all of a sudden, the whole damn thing around, all the crack around the door turning red. It just glowed red, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Because I'm further down the hallway. The front of the house got a big old window, right? And then it's got a doorway with a whole bunch of things hanging down. I don't know how you say this. It's like a bunch of beads or whatever hanging down for a homemade door. So there's no way that these cars coming around into the neighborhood would have reflected their lights down the hallway. There's no way. It would have never got to my door. But I'm sitting there in my room, and my door started glowing red all the way around the crack of it.
That sounds like something from Ghostbusters, man. That's like a scene right out of Ghostbusters, dude.
Are you the key?
I'm sitting on the recliner, and hands just start coming out and grabbing me.
Pull your pants down.
Okay.
Let's put ourselves together. Opened a portal. Who was that? Ghoul? What was it? I forgot the name of that.
Zool.
Zool.
And then one day I was out back.
Alabama.
One day I was out back of the house, and there was a lot, abandoned lot. It was at the corner of the back of their yard. You could see through the shrubs. There was a male witch. What do you call them?
A warlock.
A warlock. It had to have been, because it was a male dude. It was an adult male dude, and he was hovering above the ground. He had nothing underneath him. He was floating in midair. And I'm sitting there and seeing this shit. I'm sitting there going, oh my God. So I run inside the house, and I tell the preacher, the daddy, the girl I was dating there, her daddy, and he was like, man, that ain't nothing. You should have seen, we had to pray over this house one time because we had somebody come in and pray over this house, and they had to pray the demons out of this house. So this house is, for some reason, has always been messed with. They prayed over the house one time, and every time they prayed, the screen door would open and close, open and close. They were praying demons out of the house. That was crazy. But yeah,
That sounds scary.
It does.
I feel scared after that opening, closing. So there's like how many demons left? You know, how many times did it open and close? You know, imagine. You know.
All right. So yeah.
You're there.
Where was this at in Alabama?
Oh, go further down.
Around Theodore, I believe it's Theodore.
So
Theodore, Alabama.
there was a basically a man. I don't care about the title, but it was just a man. He was floating though, right? I hear about this like in Mexico. Have you seen the footage in Mexico of women, witches? They're floating like 300 feet high in the air. What?
When I was on a reservation, the mother of my daughters, she told me how witches, they go through the air, how they transport through the air. They're a glowing ball. They turn themselves into a glowing ball, and they transport through the air that way. And then they turn back into their human form. So we're coming back from Anigo. I used to live on a Menominee Indian reservation in Neopet, right there in
Calls other
Wisconsin.
than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
We all know where that's at. Yeah, we all know where that's at.
Shawano, right?
Yeah, Menominee. Yeah, it's in between Shawano, Wisconsin, and Anigo, Wisconsin.
Right.
So I'm coming back from Anigo, coming in the back way, and I'm coming to their cemetery right there. And this dog was running down the side of the freaking road with a big glowing ball in his mouth. Damn it, we ain't give him 1 minute.
Well, just get back in line, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a witch in his mouth. That dog was running down there with a witch's mouth.
What?
Talk about the pig man face. They talk about pig man.
A dog had a witch in his mouth.
A pig man face.
His mouth.
Pigman face.
The dog had
Yeah,
a
there was
pigman
pigman
face?
No, what he
No,
called
there's another.
Dude, you guys gonna have to explain this to me when Alabama gets off the phone. I've heard of Pigman, but from South Park and from Jerry Seinfeld. So that's all I know about a Pigman.
Yeah, we've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen dude with a pig face. It wasn't on a fucking mask either. It was a pig face.
Oh,
That's some scary shit.
And the dog.
That's scary, man.
He was in a
All these
dog's
things like
mouth.
that.
Hey, make sure you get back in the line, dude.
Yeah,
Get back in line, man.
pig-faced person.
Are the lines busy?
Razor
No, not really.
All right, get back in line, man. Get back in line so we can get
Razorback.
About that pig thing and witches, there is a legend that a village of people were cursed and were turned into pigs.
Legend of the pigs.
Yeah, and if you get into the mud flood theories at all, they talk about long pig. Have you guys ever heard about long pig?
Yeah, I heard that before. And it's not that. It's recently.
It was a meat that people loved right there in the 1900s. It
It's so familiar.
Like went away.
Tell me about this.
It tastes so
Oh my
good. It was
gosh.
familiar tasting.
So they can't tell you what the meat is. It's like a mystery meat. But it's theorized that long pig is actually humans. Yeah, because we share, what is it, 96%?
Delicious tastes.
Yeah.
No, but no, we share, no, seriously.
Our genetic code is so close, even to the monkey.
But 96% of our DNA is shared with a pig.
With a pig, yeah.
So if you go
read
ahead
that.
and you eat a bunch of bacon, I'll use bacon as the best example because people love it, right? And bacon comes from where on a pig comes from their back. So if you eat fat from a pig, you share so much of your DNA with the pig that wherever that fat is from, it goes onto your body. And you can see it on people. Those people with those fat backs, they're eating a lot of fucking bacon.
So what about women with fat arms?
Eating a lot of pig arms.
They're eating a lot of pig. They're eating a lot of fucking sausage. You don't know what's in that sausage anymore.
I'm not eating no pig.
Dude, I've seen women. I've seen these women with
eating
these
air.
arms. They're so fat.
Like,
The way it is.
Yeah.
How do you get
Here's
fat
a sandwich.
Because they're eating all those cheap
I
meats.
drive by McDonald's when you're like me.
Hold on.
Like this, when you thin like this.
Yeah, come back to the mic.
When you're thin like
Delicious.
this here.
You gotta
you
reel
go
them in.
past McDonald's and you breathe, you can smell the the hamburgers and that night. You go away, you go down the road full. You don't need to eat no more.
Okay, you know what? Since you brought up McDonald's, I'm going to tell you something that's really freaky.
A ghost story of McDonald's.
No, almost a ghost story.
Oh.
So
Hold on, this might be.
Whoa.
Hello, you have a prepaid call from an inmate at Racine Correctional Institution. Your account balance is $3.27. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, hi, cutie. Don't do that. so we were busy talking ghost stories over here.
You
but
got
we
any
got
ghost?
a little sidetracked. But like, do you have any ghost stories going on? You have any experience with the other world?
No, I
stuff?
don't. No, not prisoner.
No visitations, not even as a kid. No weird things that stuck out. That was like, what the
You know
fuck
how
was
old I
that?
am? I'm 52 years old. I remember back when I was a kid.
You don't remember
Back
nothing?
when I was a kid,
You don't remember
back when I was a
Christmas?
kid, I was a naughty kid back when I was a kid. I was drinking alcohol, a lot of alcohol.
Really? At what
I was-
age
I
did
was-
you start?
I started drinking when I was 10 years old.
So you
Wow.
did have some spirits around.
Yeah, because you know what they
Oh,
call it?
yeah.
They call it demons. Don't mess around, brother.
Yeah, I had some experience, you know. I had some ghost stories told by my mom and my brother Scott, Kurt and all that when I was young, the scary ones, like scary,
Like boo?
Halloween stories, like
Give
Oh, the
us a-
campfire stories, huh?
Yeah.
yep.
Give us your ghost stories now.
Yeah.
Give us one.
Give it up. You got 20 minutes and your clock starts now. I got to stop her.
You got $3.
Yep.
All right, ready.
And tell us your story. Tell us a ghost story.
Yeah, we were ready for your ghost story. We were all sitting on the edge of our seat.
Yeah, he doesn't
ready.
have one.
That's okay.
Who's got one? We got one.
Sometimes they're so scary.
Who's
you
got
can't
the
even
scary
repeat
one?
them.
Ken.
Yeah, you.
Oh, I got one over by my house. By my house. Late at
Okay.
night, Dad's over there. We're hanging out, and we're both sitting there watching videos. And all of a sudden, we both turn our head to the left, and it looked like there was somebody there, and went like moved out the way. And then we're sitting there talking and hanging out, and then all of a sudden, like somebody had like a camera and took a picture because there was a flash of light. More than once this happened. More than once. So a flash of light. So I wonder what that is. And then that person's face, it's a head, and it's kind of high above, like in a doorway. Watching. Sometimes it's to the side like this and watching, and it just moves.
You know,
It's a shadow people. Some of them are shadow people, but not all of them are them shadow people. I've seen them before.
that could be caused by that could be caused because you might have something in your house that's from somebody that was involved in the occult.
No, fuck that. Whatever he's got going on in his house right now, that fucking thing has been following him and Megan.
Yeah, it used to be at the other place.
No, it
so you
started
could be
before
having-
that. It
you
started
could-
when you were in the trailer court.
So
when
he
you
could have
put
had
all
something.
those fucking pennies on that fucking board. You covered your house with all those fucking pennies, and they weren't just pennies that were like from now. They were like super old Indian head fucking type pennies that you put. My brother decided that he was going to take all these super old pennies. They were wheat backs. That's what they were.
Yeah.
They were all wheat backs, like from the 20s. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to put these all over my cupboard." So they had a trailer house, and it looked cool. But it was kind of after that where that kind of started at your house. If you think about it, after you went through all this crazy.
Yeah, that could be like
penny
that too, but
collection.
also could be because that neighbor gave us all those toys from the hoarder.
No.
It could be
You'd
shit
have to-
attached to toys.
You'd have to care about
like
it.
little scary stuff, huh?
You'd have to kind of care about it.
What's
know.
that? The,
So
you think
these
so?
guys,
It could be, and just having those around us created like an energy that brought like
Well, you
something
know what?
there.
They say money is the root of a lot of evil. And you put all that money around your house, and it was like old money. Who knows? That shit's been in the toilet. It's been in people's shitty pockets on the bottom of their feet.
Somebody's sad.
People-
Somebody died with some change in their pocket, and I
Fucking
got
A,
it.
their last fucking dime, their last penny and shit.
Someone had Ebola.
Somebody just made a
And-
phone call
and
and,
you know
croaked
what?
on that dime, and I got that dime.
Yeah, I'll take it even one step further.
What is this?
All the symbolism on those motherfuckers. Just calling those demons in.
yeah.
Opening that portal.
Boop, 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 beep, beep.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, it's me.
It was 1-800. Come fuck me over.
I'm on my way.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me hop up your ass. You like that, huh? You're real generous. So when are you gonna give me this $30?
What 30? Get the fuck
What do you
out
give
of
me?
here.
What do you give me? Hey,
Remember I told you that one girl? She gives
$30.
really good lip paper.
I want that
Mouth
girl.
to paper, and she does it all the time.
I want her to get divorced, come to me and start.
No, I have another girl, and she's so good that she can give you a message on a piece of paper. All you have to do is put it on your face.
Hey, there you go.
You know what that sounds like? Suspiciously like a
I want the one I'm
scratch
talking to right now.
and
She's
sniff.
nice. I want a picture of her. She's got a good voice. She's got a good voice.
Can you get those cards where where you open it up and it has a little message in there? Right. Happy birthday.
Sing it like Marilyn Monroe and shit.
$5.
Well,
She's got a funny voice too. She laughs a lot.
no.
She does.
I'll put in the card, boo, bitch, because
She's
we're
shy.
doing the fucking ghost shit. Hey.
Hey, quit your swearing. Elisa, quit your swearing.
That was
Is that your name,
super
Elisa?
scary.
Yes.
Elisa, is that your name?
Yeah.
No.
I like to swear.
What's your name?
My name is
Lisa.
Michelle, but the other one over here is named Lisa.
Your name is Michelle?
I'm
Quit your
Michelle,
swearing.
and the other girl is Lisa,
Michelle.
and
Michelle, quit your swearing.
you can't say it like that.
For $5, you'll stop. Say another word. A bad one. Ooh, that's $10 to make her not say the next one. Price is going up. You're just a generous guy, like I was telling everybody before.
I heard about your generosity over here.
Hey, you got a picture of you? Michelle,
No.
you got a picture of you?
Okay, I can describe her. Hold out your. Are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed?
All right, hold your hand out.
Yeah.
Look at your hand. She looks like that.
All calls are monitored and recorded.
Since I'm a stranger, use the other one.
You're lucky. You're lucky she wasn't in a swimsuit or just got out the shower. You'd have to lick your hand.
Stupid.
You're funny.
That is
He's funny.
so funny.
See, $10. See,
Yes, he is funny.
Fuck
I'm
that
just a funny
20,
guy.
I'm
Like,
not cheap. Fuck that shit.
that's right. I do all the fucking.
That's right. You're the one giving it up.
Boing. Come over here.
There it is. There.
Money, please. Hi.
Oh, you're gonna be quiet now.
Oh yeah.
Are you fucking
The
shy?
spotlight. The spotlight.
Yeah,
Hi.
a lot to say.
Ba-doom-ps. I got another joke.
You're a regular fucking Chappelle over
I'm fucking
here.
sweating over here. I need some money though, like I was telling you.
It was the
I gotta pay rent.
sunglasses. It's the
you gotta pay rent.
sunglasses.
Yeah, my wife kicked me out. I had to get another apartment.
You make $25 a day.
$25 a day you make? You're rich. When I get married.
No, you make that. You make that, not me.
Huh? That's all I make is $25. That's what you're gonna give me.
That's all right.
Oh, that's
you make
cool, man.
$25 an hour, right?
Where's that girl, Lisa?
Where's the girl I was talking to? Where is she? What happened to her?
What? Who? What?
$5 for one more minute.
Go ahead, Alicia. Go
Let's
ahead.
go.
Yeah.
You still there?
Yep. I'm
No,
still
she
here.
left.
No, I'm still here.
You got a pretty voice, too.
$5 for each additional minute.
It's me, Alicia here.
Where'd you go?
No,
You got a pretty voice.
It's still
I'm
here.
right
You're right
here,
there.
sweetie. Look at your other hand. I'm right here.
Huh?
We're both here, sweetie.
That's all they call me.
No, that's not me, Paul. I'm right here.
They do sound like you.
Harvey's being a good boy over here.
For that, hey. For that fantasy will cost you extra.
$20 hairs. $20 hairs extra now.
Oh, my eyes are wet.
Your eyes are wet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Don't poke
Laugh,
him.
you laughing too much?
Oh,
Don't mind laughing
I
at you.
made so much money today from you. You said $25 a day. I was like, you're laughing, right?
Wow, this guy's a baller.
He is. Get all them laughs. Worth a couple bucks.
Oh, shit. You guys are funny. You guys have a good Saturday, huh?
I'm here all night.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Good Saturday night, huh?
Yeah, it's Saturday
Smoking
night.
cigarettes, listen to ghost stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Smoking cigarettes, listen to ghost stories, huh?
Oh, I
Yeah.
have to go outside to smoke.
We gotta
cigarettes.
find another ghost story now.
Yeah.
A scary one.
Well,
This
we
ghost
can
story
start.
went way beyond the ghost story.
No, we can start right at the beginning because we started to touch the subject on where Dad.
Hey, I like what you watch some shows called Walking Dead. The movie's called Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
That was good till season
Yeah.
4.
They screwed that thing up, dude. It turned into shit.
Yeah, but season
They were good movies.
It was good up until that time, but it was great. I like that when they came. The Glenn got smashed up. Now shit was all like, "Oh my god!" You're like, "Oh god, oh god!" Everyone's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Everybody's
Oh.
melting.
My God, did you guys hear about? Since you guys know
Nightmare on
about
Elm
the,
Street.
you guys know
Hey, about Nightmare on Elm Street.
I have the funniest joke. I know you want to hear it. I have the
What
funniest
joke?
joke.
What's that?
Okay, so Glenn from The Walking Dead, you have to tell me what is his favorite restaurant. Do you guys know what Glenn's favorite restaurant is?
I
I don't remember what it was.
No, because I stopped watching The Walking Dead after like season.
Oh, but this guy's been watching it, and he's gonna find this great. Okay, check it out.
Let's
Glenn's
check it.
favorite
1, 2, 1,
restaurant
2.
Yeah, what is it?
It's Popeye chicken.
Oh my god, Popeye! His eye popped right out of there. That shit was scary, man. That was brutal,
Popeye.
dude. That was a brutal
That was
shit
fucked
on
up.
that television that day.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Everybody was
I got one.
they were like that. Oh my god.
Popeye.
Hey, why did the tomato turn red?
He's holding his
His mom
breath.
stepped on him and told him to catch
I mean,
up.
you're right, huh?
Oh,
Why?
he saw the salad dressing.
Stop.
Aww. Saw the
Hey, next
salad
time I
dressing.
call you, hey, Harvey,
What?
next time I call you, I want you to send me a picture of a lady that's single.
All right,
That's close to 40 years old.
Well,
Or 30 years old.
that one's gonna be a little bit more difficult. Go to the bathroom in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, you're funny.
Be fine. Everything's okay.
We'll get some more. We'll get some more ladies to talk here.
Yeah, we'll find some.
Yeah, we'll find some more ladies. There's gotta be some ladies that want to talk. That's all we do is talk. You can talk for fucking hours over here. Let me start the beginning of my ghost stories over here. My first
You have a nice voice.
ghost story memory. What was that? Who?
You have a nice voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. we
I
can
like your
understand
little
what you're saying.
at the end.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Let's play and watch TV. Hey, what's up, sir? The guys in Austin being physical.
Oh, man, you're making me just. I might have to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and go look at Lisa.
You guys can beer too?
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands, brother. He's got his gloves on so he won't get any cheating.
You don't get to see my chicks.
You guys can beer too?
Yeah, my chicks got dresses.
He's got fingerless. He's got fingerless gloves on. so they can be bare legged. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. It's on funny. You guys are funny. Real funny.
Yeah.
How about Nightmare on Elm Street? You ever seen that movie?
You know what? When it comes to Nightmare on Elm Street, you guys want to hear something? A fast fact. I've only ever seen the first movie. No, I've only ever seen the first movie.
Never saw it. Never saw that.
Yep.
I've never seen anything beyond that one. I know you've seen all of them. How about you, Dad? Have you watched all of them?
One time I went
Never
to
saw none.
even play Scott on the road, which we call Scanners. And it was all the like importers. In the theaters, it was called Scanners. So we were a scary movie. I was drunk off my ass, and he was drunk. We saw this movie. And I think I done saw this movie. We all inside me were scared. So bad we went on the corner and puked. It was a scary and girly movie. It was a really gross and scary movie called Scanners. Yep.
I never heard of that one. I mean, I've listened to a lot. I've watched a lot of scary movies.
What's it called? Scanners? Scanners?
No, you said Scanners or
Yeah, it was a scary movie called
Skinners.
Yep.
Skinners?
Yeah, it scared the same so bad. I was drunk off my ass. But I think about
Pull the meat right off, the skin right off.
17 years old, and I was drunk before the Scott, and there's some gross parts in there, and scary parts in there. It made me go outside and puke after I was done watching it.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, man. Yeah. If you think that's scary, then you've seen nothing, because the movie with the dude that sewed up them people butt to mouth, what was that? The Human Centipede, man. You want to talk about? Until you've watched the Human Centipede, you can't talk. When you watch the Human Centipede and the fact that
you know what? I'm gonna tell you right now. Fuck you for even bringing that.
Because that can really happen. You can really do that to a person.
Yes, you can. And that was horrible. How he picked that girl to be in the middle. I watched it, and I watched the second stupid one too.
I didn't bother to watch the second one because I was done, dude. Like I tried watching some of the second one, but I stopped.
I get tricked into watching stuff because my kids love watching my reaction.
Oh, yeah?
And hold on, just so you know that movie was banned in Europe, right?
Always a kid.
Oh, I fucking bet it was. It was horrible. And all the classic signs right at the beginning were you're going into a parking garage area and you're the only person there, whether you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. You should be like right on point at that moment. These people are all relaxed and just like, they even look like a victim. I want to victimize them almost.
Mm-hmm. Give me a, you little victim. You bastard.
Wipe that fucking look off your face.
Yeah, I got you another look on your face now. Oh, shit.
Show us the look. Show us the look.
Show us the look. Hey, I just flushed the toilet here, and I left you a message. So when you flush the toilet there in 10 minutes, you'll hear me.
1 minute remaining.
Hey, Pulver, get back in line, man. Get back in line, dude. We want you back on the show again.
We want you back, buddy.
Why we just play?
We want your sexy voice on there. With the little
call,
at the end.
No, call us again tonight, man. Get back in line, man.
Come on,
Back in
man.
line. We got
If you want to talk,
You're going to
next
trade
week-
that muffin.
If you want to talk next week Saturday, you got to call us back tonight. Now let's rock and roll, man. You said you haven't talked to a woman in over 10 years. Today you got to talk to
We got a
woman.
real one here.
Yes.
There's a real one here.
Yep.
Yep. I have the correct chromosomes.
Send all donations to in care of Manwich P.O. Box.
Just call that 414 number you see above your screen there.
Sign the contract below.
Hey, you know what? When I see that phone number up there, it makes me think of that guy that used to be on the Free Milwaukee channel, and he used to preach for God. You know what I'm talking about?
Which one?
And people would call in and fuck with him all the time, and all he wanted to do was talk about the Word of God. And then so he started screening them himself, right? So the guy would start off with like a really good story, like, yeah, I was driving down the street, and then all of a sudden, bam, I fell off my bike, and blah, blah, blah. And he just start cussing and swearing, and the guy would just like click. But do you guys remember that guy that used to be like on Channel 8? He used to be like on one of those free channels that.
No, I don't remember
weird
that guy.
Channel in Milwaukee. The Almost Cable. He was right up there with the free.
The Almost Cable.
Well, yeah, like it was right up
The
there.
box?
Yeah.
I remember that,
there
man.
with the
Fuzzy
box.
station that we tried to get in. And then people who listen to music, that was like badass back in the day.
It was the poor man's MTV.
Dude, it was good. We were like, did you dial it right?
You know what? It makes me think now. Did you guys even mention it?
All the big phone bills we
No.
cost our parents.
Did they have an algorithm going on? Because fuckers were out there. And there'd be like a whole half hour, 45 minutes before they would play any videos. Come on, people
I just
were
figured that it was because
putting
people
money on
really
there.
weren't calling and paying the money.
I think they were. I think that it wanted you to start paying, and the algorithm has always been there, saying, "Hey, you've been watching for like all these hours, and you didn't even pitch in, motherfucker. You gotta do the right thing. Pitch in." No, I'm not paying to have my eyeballs raped like that from bad music.
My.
I know I said the bad word. Hey.
Eyes raped.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when you see unbelievable shit that you can never unsee again. Yeah. Yeah, some of these.
I've seen lots of that. I had my eyes have rapies or whatever. Repeatedly.
No, you know what?
I gotta go.
Yeah, yeah. Back to the ghost stories though. We could start those like
anytime right now. Let's go.
Yeah, the earliest childhood memories. Remember living on 21st Street?
Yeah, that's the haunted house.
Yeah.
That was very haunted house right there.
Those footsteps would start at the front room door and make their way all the way through the living room to the dining room to the kitchen.
Yep.
And they were a nice pace.
And up into the attic through the back that door going up, and then you'd hear the dragging chains and some other weird noises. Dragging on the ground.
I heard more footsteps, but you know what? I had that child's Bible, and you know what? I found one of them at a rummage sale for free. A little childhood Biblehood stories that I would leave open underneath my pillow, and I hear that weird shit that I put underneath my pillow. That's why when you sent me that one video about those people being abducted by aliens, and they were saying Jesus Christ and help me, Lord, in the name of Jesus Christ, and all that weird shit would stop for them.
So there could be demons then?
Powerful. You know what it could be?
That's what the documentary is about, that aliens are demons and fallen angels.
And you know what? And when you sent me
people
that,
again.
And you know, I believe that shit.
Dude, look at the Bible talks about that God is gonna send the unbelievers a delusion. He's gonna give them. He's gonna send them a false reality. The people who don't want Jesus, the people who continue to live a life in sin, he's going to give them not what they want, but he's gonna give them then again what they want. You got people who they want to believe in aliens. They want to believe in that life was seeded on this planet from extraterrestrials. You got people like the guy from Ancient Aliens, the one with the crazy hair. He's like, he said like there's no God. So here's a guy that's like an atheist who because people want to believe in aliens, they're going to get their alien, but their alien isn't going to be what they want. It's not going to be what they really want. Because when it's said and done, they're going to go to hell, and then that alien is going to be a demon, and you go figure it out. Now, I know I sound like an idiot the way I just said it right now, but when you listen to all this material, look, if you listen to Mary Kay Baxter's book, there's an audio book where she gives her testimony of how Jesus showed her hell and heaven for 40 nights straight. And people have scoffed. I've heard people mock her. I've read the mockings.
COVID.
But she talks about that Jesus showed her in the last days. He showed her it was this man and this woman, and the man was complaining about another man that was in charge of everybody who could look into everyone's home. Now, you know that people can look into people's homes through their TVs, through
the
their
window,
cameras, through their web cameras, through their TVs, through their laptops. But the thing that was so interesting is that she talked about that when he complained, this person that was that had control over everyone, he had coerced him to laying in his bed and having this device put into the back of his head. And I thought about I started thinking about the Neuralink with Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. Now she was told this in the late 70s. Then she talks about how she was given a metaphor. You know how it talks about in Revelation 13. I seen this beast come out the water. People, we know it's really not going to be a beast, but these are symbols. They mean something.
Yep.
Well, she said that she saw a spaceship, like a saucer, and it came out from hell, and these people started boarding it, kind of like the Twilight Zone episode. And hold on, this is MJ now, but
Michael Jackson.
It's his real name. Hey, Mike, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Man, we had some technical difficulties. That's what was going on, man. We started talking about ghosts, and we were supposed to be talking about aliens while we had callers from prison. And dude, before you know it, everything was just all chaotic. The audio, we had no audio, and
yeah, we had nothing yet.
Oh, dude, hold on, MJ, hold on, man, hold on. I got a prison call. Hold on, I'll call you back. All right, hold on. We're gonna be on for another hour and a half. Hold on, I'll call you back. Don't worry about it.
Hello, you have a prepaid call
His
from
name really is Michael Jackson.
Thomas Allen.
An inmate at Racine Correct. All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions.
What are those?
You may begin speaking now.
Are those yours?
What's going on, Alabama?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What are y'all talking about now?
Well, remember MJ?
What are y'all talking about now?
Hey, remember that guy, Michael Jackson, that used to be there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had just called, man. I told him I'll call him back. Yeah, he called. No, he's not here, but he was. We were just talking to him. He had just called when you called, so I had to let him go to get you back on since you got, you know what I'm saying, because you're in prison. We can have Mike on. We have MJ on. Whenever you guys call, you guys are in line.
Yeah, you guys have to wait and all that stuff. So yeah, we're doing ghost stories.
Yes, sugar.
Mm-mm.
We like the sugar.
Lisa.
Don't get mad, girl.
So we were talking about ghost stories, and one of my earliest ones I was talking about, like, hearing about footsteps. And since we got cut the last time, I'm going to tell this one again because this one's pretty scary. My brother tells me, hey, don't go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. You'll hear somebody take a breath on you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, nah. So I'm like 7 years old. I'm like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom. In the middle of the night, I get up, I go to the bathroom. I'm sitting there. All of a sudden I hear and I feel on the back of my throat. Oh my God, I get up and I start running. My pants are down at the bottom. I didn't even wipe it down. I just start fucking running because I am so terrified. You know, I'm just a little kid.
I'm surprised you didn't slip.
Oh, you know what's really messed up is right in front of that toilet was the stairs to take you downstairs to the basement. I could have just fell forward and just straight down those stairs. But
I remember being locked down there.
You deserve that.
I remember taking rides in the dryer.
I remember putting us in each other in those cardboard barrels and just rolling them around the basement. But anyways, this is the ghost story one.
Mm-hmm. COVID. Times 2.
Definitely COVID.
Oh,
Those-
kennel cough.
Pachoo, pachoo. Pachoo, 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 pachoo.
I'm a little pew pew, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then some of those. It feels like, you know what? I think about it. All those houses on the south side are fucking haunted.
There's a whole bunch of haunted all over the south
Jubel's mom
side.
and dad's house was horribly fucking haunted. The house that
The pizza place.
was considered like my room, me and this dude and the kids all was like our room in this
pizza
big
place?
2-story house.
Yeah, that pizza place. I went there, and I ordered pizza, and I set it right there on my table. And I walked
happened?
over to get me a soda. I came back, and it was gone.
What?
Ghost, come and got that sucker. I know it did. Took my pizza.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Were you scared?
Oh,
No.
Uh-oh, whoa.
What happened?
here's another thing that was crazy that I seen. If I'm all honest. Me and my friends went down to a cemetery on the outskirts of Mobile, and when we went down there, you're supposed to go to the back of the cemetery, and you're supposed to say, I forgot what the hell you're supposed to say, but you're supposed to chant something, and all of a sudden this little girl that has been hung by a tree a long damn time ago is supposed to appear on the damn tree. So we tried that shit, and it didn't work. But guess what? We went to the end. We went back out of the cemetery, and we made a right instead of going back to the main road. We made a right and went because this gate was open out to this field. We went out in the field because we were going to do some donuts and shit out in the field on the grass. Just horse around. Man, we crept out there, and there was a KKK rally going on out there, man. A KKK rally going on, man.
When was this?
And this was like, oh shit, this was back in late 90s or somewhere in the 90s. Somewhere in the 90s. But look, we went back there and we seen this shit, right? Okay, now this is going to freak you out, man. You know the high priest of the KKK, the high priest, the one that wears a red cloak and all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be the high dude. He's supposed to be the highest guy on there. This guy has wicked shit, man. He could transport his body from one place to another. It is wicked. Look, we were coming back out of the field, and that high priest, that red cloak dude with the red cloak, he was right there where the gate was, where it's open, where we entered into the field. When we turned around in the field and we were coming back through that gate, he was standing there staring at us. When we went down the damn side road to get to the main road, before we got to the main road, the son of a bitch reappeared right at the fucking main road right there, still on that little side road that we was on, coming out of that field in front of that cemetery.
Yeah.
Right before we got to the main road, he reappeared right there in front of us, man.
You look like a 70s.
And there's no damn way.
disc
There's no
jockey.
damn way he could have ran. There's no damn way he could have ran that damn far, that quick, dude. He like evil transported himself in an evil fucking way from that one place to to the. I shit you not, man.
So you sure
It
it wasn't
was
his like
the
twin? You didn't have a
scariest thing
twin
I ever
brother?
seen. What?
You sure you didn't have a twin
hell
brother?
no. You can see into the woods. Right there on the wood line coming down to there. You can see if somebody was hiding in the damn woods.
So
There was nobody
there?
hiding in the damn woods.
So there's nobody there, and all of a sudden he just appeared there when you were walking. Is that what you're saying? Or
Yeah, he just appeared right before we got there. He appeared right there. Again.
Were you scared at this
I was
time?
like,
Hell
oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
You were, wow.
This was a grown man. This was a grown human man, leader of the KKK, which is the highest rank as you can get. He's sitting there right there at the field looking at us as we exited, and then he reappears right before we get to the main road. Way down this little stretch right here this little side was a long road in front of the cemetery.
So he had like Jason Voorhees powers, being able to
I
protect
have
himself
no
ahead
idea,
of
man.
time.
I had no idea, but I shit you not, it was for real. I mean, we were
Sounds
drinking and all that
interesting.
shit, but we weren't
Sounds
that
interesting,
damn.
you know,
we weren't
something
that damn
startling
drunk.
like that.
Well, you know what? If God is real, his legion of demons are real too.
Yeah, that's right. Demons are real too.
Yeah, the
Evil's
black
real.
magic and all
There's-
that crap's
there's
real
evil.
too.
You bet it is.
Damn, we gotta go.
Dude, why are they
They're
closing the
about to
day
take
room?
somebody to the hole.
Oh man, somebody
Oh,
fucked
dude.
up.
Because they're about to take somebody to the hole.
Well, see if you
man,
get
They're
back.
forcing us off the phone.
All right, well, see
We
if
gotta
you,
go.
Hey, see
I
if
don't want to
you,
get in trouble.
Hey, tell Ricky
right.
we won't forget him.
All right.
hey, see if you can get back online,
Later, y'all.
man. See if you can get back on the phone
All right.
line.
All right,
All right. Bye.
later,
Later.
buddy.
All right, now I'm gonna call MJ.
There must have been something went on. Closed it.
A fight.
Well, like I was saying before, like just recently I was talking to my mom on the phone and I was standing in the kitchen and I was getting water for the cats and the curtain kept going in front of the faucet and I kept moving it. And I was like, what the hell, you know? Shut the window. Obviously the wind is blowing the curtain through like that. I went to close it and the window was already closed.
So I wonder what it was that was making that move like that. So what did you feel? Did you feel any kind of like energies? Did you feel any like tingles? Was there any hair sticking up before this was going on, or?
You know what's funny? You would say that because I was talking to mom on the phone and she was like, well, what are you feeling? And I was like, dude, I feel nothing. I don't feel anything. I just feel like I need the strongest urge was there to stand in front of the window and like try and figure out what I was trying to be shown.
Hey,
And like 5 minutes later, it might come crawling up, you know, the driveway and took my purse out of the car.
I'm gonna call MJ now.
Yeah, you call
Call
MJ.
that guy. Yeah, I'm gonna call
Has
him
he
back.
got some good stories?
Yeah, he does.
Who was MJ?
Who killed him?
He
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
He was in prison.
Oh, he got out. That's the one that comes here?
No, he's never been here.
That's a different guy.
No, that's my friend. Man, that's
Man,
that's
yeah.
man. All right,
Hello?
Hey man, yeah, sorry about that, man. We had we had another caller from prison.
Okay,
Hey,
he's from
hey,
prison.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, see if you can get into a quiet place where it's just you. It's too much. There's a lot of noise in the background.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
Go to a bathroom or somewhere. Go to where it's just you.
Bathroom?
Yeah.
Real
just-
quiet?
Yeah. Yup.
I'm going to your bathroom upstairs.
Leave a message in the toilet.
You go somewhere. Go somewhere where there's no noise but you.
All right. I'm right here. I'm going to go in my sister's room. My room upstairs, but
All right.
I'm going in my sister's room.
You said you're gonna go in your
All right.
crystal room.
My sister's room.
Hey, so
Oh, pistol.
Sister.
Oh, sister. Oh my God, dude! I took that to the whole next
Pistol
another level.
room.
I went from crystal
Pistol
to
room, a
pistol.
crystal room.
What's on my mind?
That's one hell of a room.
I know. It is one hell of a room. I'm looking at it. All right. But how y'all doing?
We're doing good. We're talking about ghost stories, and we had started a live cast earlier, and right in the middle of it, we got like maybe 4 stories in, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah,
and we
bunch
had
of feedback
to
through the
stop everything.
microphones and weird stuff going on, noises. And,
Wow.
Totally had to start over again. It was very creepy. And we were going to talk about aliens. I was ready for the alien stuff.
all the hardware, it like you kind of like was like crashing. Not all of it, but like as far as the audio workstation that we have, you couldn't get any audio through the video.
Whoa.
And right now you're live. So if you have
that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, take us off speakerphone because we can hear it. Because when you're on speakerphone, that ruins the live.
No, I know speaker. I know speaker.
Oh,
That's the room.
All right.
You want me to get out this room?
Nah, I'd rather you be in that room
That's
than
fine.
the other room.
Just has a little echo. It ain't like super bad or nothing.
It isn't much. It isn't bad.
You got some
All right.
scary story to tell us? Some ghost story?
Well, I got like one when I was like a kid.
Yeah, that's kind of like them are the good ones.
Yeah, because when you're receptive
the good
to
ones,
it.
I was about, I think about 11, 12. And we sang, Candyman, the movie Candyman came out.
Hold on.
And,
MJ, hold on. Somebody else. We got another guy from prison. Hold on. I'll call you back, MJ. I'll call you back.
It's hot.
Hello,
It's hot
you have a
Saturday.
prepaid call from an inmate at Racine Correctional Institution.
It's
Your
his
account
night,
balance
dude. It's
is
this
all
guy's
calls
night.
other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie. You're back.
Hey, sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart.
Where's all my kisses?
All right, welcome back. Still talk about spooky stuff.
Damn. I thought I was going to talk about Candyman.
Well, I'll call
Yeah.
MJ back. We'll get MJ back on.
Did you ever watch Candyman?
I've been to Cabrini Green.
Are you scared?
Am I scared now?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Fuck yeah, I'm afraid of the dark. If it's really, really super dark corner, and it then it starts to become like visually too dark. What's in that corner now?
Dude, when I used to sleep outside, I used to grab all those like lightning bugs and I put them in a jar and I would be in the woods in my little
When did you
dugout
sleep outside, brother, as a kid?
overnight. Because I was afraid of being outside, so I spent the night outside.
I believe you.
Oh, were you?
So that was probably like what, 8?
8 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I built a fort in the backyard. All them kids. They're like, "You're a genius." I said, "Yes, I am." Mm-hmm. One even had toilet water.
Oh, that's.
I'm sorry, Rebecca.
Did you hear the stories where there's the ghost stories where the guys walk on with no heads on?
The headless horseman.
No, the stories. Did you ever hear the ghost stories where the guys walk around with no heads on?
But you know
They
what?
show their arms and their legs and their waist and with no heads.
You know what? My dad has a story that's like that, but it's just a head and some arms. Yeah, a head and some arms.
You put
but
them
not
together,
the other
probably
thing.
the whole story, part 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be weird.
I'm ready.
Seeing
I'm
something like that.
on the serious side, though. I am ready for these shadow people.
You ready for the shadow people? They're always
dude.
around.
You want to know why? Because I've been gearing up for this shit. And I live in a house now that it's finally shouldn't be haunted because one person owned it before me. And that was my husband's grandparents.
Are you serious?
And nobody has died in this house. It was built in the 50s, so it isn't like hundreds of years old. No, we didn't own like, super
Gun battle
lots of
out
land.
You get scared at night time?
What was that?
Gun
You
battle.
get scared at night time?
Yeah.
Right out
Yeah,
front, you're saying
sometimes
people were
there's weird
shooting
shit.
shooting guns right in front of the.
On the other side of that building right there, there were 2 different types of guns going.
Oh wow, there's a
One
gunfight
was
out here, guys.
30, small
Woo,
pistol.
bang bang.
The other was like a 45.
Damn, really? I really wanted to go smoke a cigarette.
I know, me too. No, I don't smoke cigarettes.
Stop being a copycatter.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
No, I don't. I don't smoke. No.
That's a bad habit.
Yeah, cigarettes are bad. I used to smoke cigarettes.
After he started getting this acne on his face and his teeth all turning green and all rotten out of his mouth, he quit.
I'm just a grown man now. You don't smoke cigarettes.
I had to wipe my butt 3 times.
That really happens. You know that?
That's scary.
I read about that. About smoking. That stuff gets into your skin.
Yeah, it can turn you a different color.
Yeah, and
you can turn the color of a cigar.
I'll make you some.
Little baby ones.
Yeah, you get like it's actually like a skin disease like type of thing, infection.
That's from another person.
And that is scary and spooky, like one of them ghost stories.
It goes in that tar that goes on your teeth, turn your teeth all green.
You smoked cigarettes before?
You know what? I want to go back to the ghost story stuff because the green teeth stuff is. I don't want to have fucking teeth nightmares.
Yeah, well,
you know, have me dream about that stupid
but for
stuff.
ghost stuff is
But-
real. There's some real shit out there.
There's a lot of
ghost
real
stories
shit
were,
out there.
Hallucinations, you know, like taking acid.
I
You
used
know,
to have
other hallucinations.
bonfires when I was young. Hey,
I gotta take a moment.
I used to have bonfires when I was young, so I always... Bonfires.
Yeah, I have a cup.
What was that?
All the country?
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to have a lot of bonfires when I was young. All the country, by my dad's farm. We'd have, by the garage, we'd have rocks in a circle, have bonfires, and tell jokes, and get drunk, and have to camp over, like my friends, and my sister's friends, my brother's friends, my other brother's friends, and then my brother-in-law's friends, and we had an old bonfire, and this chick that was married to my brother's best friend. She'd walk around in a circle, and she'd tell all these jokes, but she was drunk. And as she'd walk around in a circle, she got to me, and she had big tits, double D tits, and she looked up her shirt. She'd shake her tits right in my face, and I go, huh? What the hell? And then my girlfriend was behind me in a tent with my 2 kids, and she got jealous, and she goes, so that's what you do over there, looking at all those tits. And I said, hey, I looked at them, but I didn't have a choice. You know, she's just looking at my face. But I go, I'm with you now. I come with you by you. I want you. I don't want anybody else. That wasn't my fault. That was her fault. She was drunk. I didn't touch her like that. She goes, yeah, you're right. Well, now, then I go, well, why get mad then? She goes, well, I was getting jealous. I said, why are you jealous? I'm not with her. I'm with you. And she goes, well, I'm sorry. And then I got laid by her. She didn't understand why I was watching. I said, well, we were all drunk having fun. You know, I didn't touch the lady's tits and all that. And then she didn't understand it.
I know why
But
she
this
got
girl
mad.
was all,
I know why she got mad.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you
Why?
liked it. You liked it, right? You liked
she
it.
was jealous.
Yep, see, you like them tits in your face. You were like,
That's my wife.
you're about to set up camp,
my
and
wife
there you're
that
like,
cheated
them
on
are
me a lot."
nicer titties than my girl's titties, huh? I know you.
They were nice ones.
See, I knew
But
they were.
My wife was nice ones too.
That's why she was mad, because those were some nicer titties than hers, and that's why she got mad. You liked it. You should have said, ugh, disgusting. That wasn't a man's nutsack over my nose.
Yeah.
Oh,
That is the
shit.
proper response. You're supposed to act like heinous.
Yes.
How dare
What next? Is
you?
she gonna show me her
Hey,
hoo-ha?
How dare you just show me part of your
That's-
tit, not all of it? How dare you?
Yes.
What?
Ask Harvey what happened to him when we were salaries when he was in prison. We'd always take kites and like big long stamps and stick them on the door. We were fishing. And these guys would pick them up and try to send them out as letters, and they couldn't do it. You know the long stamps they had?
Huh.
Ask Harvey. You know them old stamps, real long? Yeah, Harvey had a lot of them.
You're licking some
salaries.
long stamps.
You had long stamps, Harvey.
You're
Is that what
licking
you had?
long stamps. Old ones.
Oh,
We were going
long
fishing.
stamps.
fisting.
Yeah, what he's talking about is see what guys do there.
And everybody started grabbing them and shit, and they just started sending them out, and they couldn't send them out. And they always come back, and they always fell for it. We couldn't believe it. And about 100 guys would grab the stuff from man and try to use them, and they couldn't use them. They got mad because they couldn't use them.
Yeah, check it out. What happens is envelopes, stamped envelopes, is currency. It's like dollars in there.
Yeah.
So what I would do is, Jessica had sent me envelopes without stamps, and they're useless because you couldn't buy stamps.
You just put your hand over the other part.
So
I still remember that day. It was funny.
So what I would do is, I would draw on the blank side of the envelope. I would draw like gotcha, and I'd leave it on the ground. And
All calls other than properly placed attorney calls may be monitored and recorded.
You'd have guys in there.
That was funny.
You had guys in there thinking like, come up like, oh, somebody was slipping. I took their stuff. So, and these guys would pick it up and they would walk about like 10 or 20 feet, and then they'd look at it, and then they'd be like, oh man, they throw it on the ground, And so I would take these envelopes. Like I would draw pictures on it. I got to the point where I drew like a rainbow, and I would write, like gotcha, or I'd draw like a police officer. And the police officer would say, the cop would say, "Stop stealing," And one time I drew.
That's fucked up. Stop stealing.
What I did was I drew a rainbow, and I wrote gay.
Yeah, you did.
Like, I do all this stuff, And what I started doing is, me and Pulver, because we were in the cell together, I would take an envelope and I would slide it under our door right in front of us, and it would be face down. And then we would wait and watch guys walk by and see a guy pick it up, and then we'd start to laugh.
You ripped it in half and half an envelope.
Dude, one time, and see, you'd have guys that have a whole wad. They'd have a whole wad of envelopes, like if it was a roll of dollars.
Dang, dude.
So I would
they got the big ones on the inside.
So what I would do is, like, there was times where like I would take like a wad of them, and I would just like wrap them up, and I'd put them like by a doorway, and then I would sit. Like,
here's your cut.
I would sit. I would sit from a distance, and I would just wait and watch and see who would pick it up, and then like I told Pulver, I said, "Look, we're gonna go fishing." And that's what I said. We caught a big one. We caught a big one, Pulver.
Dude, back in the day when I worked at Whitlock, I took a quarter, and I worked by the front register there, right? So we took a quarter, and we glued it to the ground. And then when people would pay for their shit, be like, "Oh, you dropped a quarter. I seen you drop something." And they would try so hard in vain to pick that up. And damn near fucking pissed myself watching them try to get that fucker, dude. Oh, it was so great. Oh my god,
dude, I'm gonna do that somewhere. Because I didn't. That's so witty. Like I could do that at work.
You take a quarter and do it right out here outside your apartment complex on top of
put a video camera there.
You just stand there and watch it yourself.
Look at them, look around, and then have a microphone where you can make little noises so they can look around and get scared like something's watching them.
Check it out. This is what I would do.
See you.
Quarters.
You know what you should do? Hey.
What?
You know what you should do? You should go outside at nighttime out in the woods, and you should make like a...
Oh, that's the mating call for Bigfoot.
No, fuck that, dude. We're in Wisconsin. We ain't doing that shit.
Like a radio, but tape in there, and tape it go... And so you think the little guys doing it, we're doing it, and then they fall for it. And they
get raped by Bigfoot.
But you know about that money, about that quarter that
they call him Bigfoot, but they didn't see his dick yet.
Hey, take an old sheet. Hey, Harvey.
What?
Harvey.
What?
Take an old sheet and put your eyes and nose in a sheet. And put over your head and go out in the woods and have a sheet on over your head and go woo like you're a little ghost and scare guys.
You come out there with a bloody nose.
Our shot.
Yeah.
You got a Ku Klux Klan out here jumping. Woo! If I got out of my woods, you motherfucker.
Just do that.
Get
You
shot.
got demons around the house? You got demons around you?
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yep.
Just do that. Go out the woods and scare people
Nah,
like that.
we're in the city, man. We live in the city. We can't do that. We live in the city, man.
Well, we can go to the park.
Go to the park and do it. Yeah, do that in the park. Yeah. Yeah. Kids are out in the park, like one of these days when there's like kids and you go out in the woods, you go woo.
They might think
Then
it's
they hear you
cops.
and then they fall for it.
No, it sounds like a cop
That'd be
siren. You're gonna call other cops are gonna show up with their sirens on. Woo, woo. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah, but
white
you're not
sheet over
doing
your
it. It's
head.
on the tape. You got to tell the cops you weren't doing it. It was on the tape. You know that and all that stuff. You weren't doing it. You just tape it over the radio and say, hey, I was on the tape. I wasn't doing it. Then you would fall for it.
So
You're
when
looking for it.
so when you were going woo in the woods and Bigfoot found you, what happened
No, I
after
wasn't doing it. I
that?
was saying, you guys do it. I wasn't doing it. You guys do it.
Oh, I thought you said that you met Bigfoot in the
No.
woods.
Do that.
No.
Do that there where you're at.
Hey, you could do that where you're at tonight. Head lights out. Put your sheet over here and go. Tyrone.
Oh, yeah. I went down so long in prison that I only come over to watch Jewish stories just like that. I watch them on TV in here, yeah, but not at home anymore. I haven't been home in a long time.
What, Polly Shore?
I watched Nightmare on the Street.
Weasel on ya.
I watched Nightmare on the Street, the first one, Freddy. And I watched, what did I watch here? Another scary movie on channel,
And you guys
on
scary
this,
channel.
on Bounce. On Bounce. There's a lot of scary movies on Bounce and this on my TV. I can't remember the other ones I used to watch. I go to bed at 11 o'clock at night, but there's scary ones I used to on Halloween I'd watch all the time. And on my when I had my tablet, I'd watch scary movies too on my tablet.
Did you wear
Although
diapers?
I tell you that my unit manager is giving me all the money back. I should have all the money back next in 10 business days. I have all the money back for a brand new tablet. I'm buying another one too. He got a hold of me
Was
a
there
couple
more
days ago.
coffee? You drank it all? You gonna make me some coffee?
No, I'm giving me a brand new tablet. Yeah. Making you some coffee. You give me some coffee?
No, they're not gonna make no coffee.
You don't take any coffee?
No, I'm good. I can't drink
Good,
any
huh?
coffee today. I drank some.
Hello, Moto.
Someone's
You
calling.
taking alcohol instead?
I don't drink alcohol anymore. I used to like it too much.
Yeah, like me, huh?
Like cigarettes. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes. I quit cigarettes.
Yeah.
I quit the cigarettes.
Well, you know what time it's getting to be? It's about 8:20. I gotta get mine for meds, and then I was gonna go watch the TV, and I was gonna call back next Saturday.
Sounds
We
good.
can't talk all day long, you know that.
Sounds like a deal, man.
But I had fun. We had fun, and I like talking to Elisa. She's got a good voice, and
And Michelle.
sounds nice. Tell her thank you.
Here, let's see if she can come over. Hey, Lisa, come over here and
All
say goodbye
calls
to
other
Paul.
than properly placed attorney calls may be
Here
monitored
she
and
comes, here she comes.
recorded.
See you later,
Oh, sorry.
sweetie.
Hey.
See you later, sweetie. Make sure you call next week, okay?
Okay, Lisa, you got to go. Well, look, I'm sorry, Lisa. All right. Had to go.
What's that?
Lisa, she had to run. You know, she's got a boyfriend. And she's going to break up with him.
That was the news?
She's gonna break
1
up.
minute remaining.
Yeah.
So you got any
Yeah, she
shout
told me
outs?
to.
You got any shout outs?
She told me
Anybody
she
out
got
there?
married again. What's that?
You got any shout outs? You got 1 minute? Got any shout outs out there? You want to say anything to anybody? Like, I love
let's
pizza,
play.
I love rock and roll. Got anything to say out there?
Want to play?
Let's pray real quick. God the Father, in Jesus' name, we come to you in prayer. We pray for Pulver. We pray for his mom. We pray for his brother and his sister and his nieces and nephews. We ask God the Father that you'd free Pulver from prison and get him back home to his mom and his sister and his brothers and his family, God the Father. And may your mercy and grace be upon him and protect him. In Jesus' name we ask, and we both say amen. We all say amen.
Man.
Come here. I love you, buddy.
I love you too, man. Call next week, man. Call next week.
We'll see you next Saturday.
Yeah, when you get a chance, order me that cable, okay?
All right.
Okay, bye. I love you.
All right, we'll see you on TV.
Bye.
I'll call you next Saturday, okay?
All right, call again next Saturday. Yep.
That news lady wants me to send that one picture to her. This one.
You got some money coming? Whoa!
All right.
What was that?
It's the cat, dude.
Scared me. What's up? Crazy. Lion. That's why you like it, because it reminds you of that white tiger that that dude's had, the magic guys. Phyllis and Diller there.
This one right here. This is the one that she wants. And she's on the profile to send it to her through Facebook, I think.
Oh, I gotta
Well,
take a
talking to
moment.
Mike if you're gonna talk. So we want to hear everything.
Yeah,
that's
we're
being
missing
said.
we're missing what you're saying there.
We want to know about the news.
Yeah. Somebody wanted a picture. Are you gonna get some money for it? You're gonna be rich. You're gonna be rich. You're gonna be a star.
What's your dad talking about with the news calling him? You know,
The news
anything
called
about-
him because he had witnessed some stuff going on.
Oh, like what?
Some accident that happened in front of the house. You know, like a while back, like 20 some years ago, the same thing happened. Yet last night, the same thing happened like 20 some years ago, where the cop smashed into a house and smashed into the gas meter. Because I remember I was there the last time. And I watched it happen. I watched the cop car bounce off the drunk driver's car and then into the house. But, you know, it's crazy because the drunk driver, he didn't actually do anything wrong. He was just making a left turn. He stopped. The cop floored it, smashed right into that car. It was crazy.
Well, you want to call him MJ? You want us to call back him?
Yeah, I want to hear the rest of the story. He was telling us, and it was with that Candyman. Let's go. Let's get MJ on the line. MJ, what's going on over here? Tell him to shut up and get out of
Yeah,
here.
tell him to shut up and get out of here.
Oh, after the show.
Come on, we need your lips to bounce.
Need my lips to bounce over here.
Yeah, on one of these microphones. You got a furry one there.
Yeah, free.
We're calling MJ back. We left off with MJ. Watch. And I'm going to remember, too. He was talking about Candyman. And that's where we're going right now.
Yeah.
Come on, MJ. Where are you, buddy? I'm going to put my radio voice on.
Now it's like Ella.
MJ, we're ready for you, MJ.
Damn.
Tell us about what happened
Climbed all over your stuff here.
with Candyman.
Hold on, guys. Let me fix this.
What happened? Where is he?
He's right there.
There he is.
I was trying to flip
From
it. I was trying to flip
the
it, but his
dock.
name looked like LM.
Don't you just send it right there? And I'll go to my book, my thing.
So what she sent it to you can just.
All right.
I'll show you.
He might not pick up.
Yeah, twice already.
Like, man, I ain't getting back on that.
I was in the middle of my Candyman story.
Hello?
Hey, MJ, you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. Where we left off at, you were telling us about Candyman. You were a kid.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I was like 12 or 11 years old. And you know, the movie Candyman came out, so we all were like, let's go in the bathroom and say Candyman 3 times. We was about with our friend's house. So you said it 5 times. So we said it 5 times. And we was on our way home. So we thought we were tripping. It was like actually Candyman floating in the air.
What?
Behind us. I'm like, what the hell? I said, you see this? They're like, yeah, I see that. We started running. All of us ran home. And when we ran home, we all got in the room. We all sleep in the same bed. It was like my mama had 13 kids basically, but we was the youngest. We was like 7 of us though, and we all had the same. We had all the same, and we all laid in the same bed.
MJ, we got another prison call. Hold on, dude. I'll call you right back.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry, dude.
Hello, you have a call from an inmate at Racine Correctional Institution. To accept your prepaid collect account balance is 3 cents. This balance is not enough to allow a call to be completed. Please contact IC Solutions at 1
MJ got money on his phone. He can be calling, man.
5068407. Please press 0 to be transferred to IC Solutions.
When you say Tom, is it Alabama Tom or the other Tom?
The other Tom.
The other white meat.
He looks Amish in his picture.
I think he was at one time because of his style.
I'm going to ask him.
I bet you he was, and he was like, then he was just like, didn't want to be it anymore. And become, is it American or what do you become?
You're still
USA
an American if you're Amish.
USA stamp of approval.
Just living like in a town that has its own rules.
Hello, Mountain.
Hello, you have a call from an inmate at Racine Correctional. Your prepaid collect account balance is 3 cents. This balance.
What's up? Remember that? When they used to do that? What's up?
Stop that right now. You know what that was? That was part of the Bud Light commercial.
Oh, was it, dude? That's when the shit was cool. Now it's all like you drink one and all of a sudden you like, hi. Start getting long eyelashes.
He drank some Kool-Aid.
Dude, you drink that Bud Light now? I heard that. I watched this one commercial.
Oh, don't even mess around because you want to know what my favorite beer was.
Number one?
Bud Light with that lime in it. That was so good. It tastes like
Bud.
It tastes like a Corona with a lime.
I used to love watching those commercials. What happened to them people?
Hello, you have a call from
like I want to be a beer bitch.
An inmate at Racine Correctional Institution. To accept this call, press 5. To refuse this call, hang up now. To block this call and all future calls, press 9.
Press 9. Hello?
Hello. Your prepaid collect account balance is 3 cents. This
3 cents.
I just put money
Another
on his phone,
broke ass motherfucker.
So there it is. It just went through now.
Oh, we got it?
Yeah, but now he's got to call back for it. Maybe he'll pick up again. But he's got money on his phone, man. So he's just being cheap.
Being cheap ball.
Yeah, we can go back to ghost stories because we can talk more about those.
If this guy don't call back, I'll go back. I'll call MJ.
And you're gonna
we're staying. We gotta stay on MJ
You're gonna tease him
until
again?
the end.
No, this is MJ. This is the.
I know, but he keeps getting teased. But
no.
He's like we're right in the middle now. Right in the middle of the story.
You know, I have
that fucking cat right there. Get that motherfucker.
He's just chewing on stuff. You son of a bitch.
Did he put his mouth on it?
No.
Did he have his mouth on it?
He was about to grab on it.
Paw on it though.
Yeah. Go ahead and launch him. Launch
you gotta
that
put that
cat.
apple bitter on everything.
What?
Yeah.
You put him nicely down in there. You can
It goes right in between the refrigerator and the wall.
You gonna pay that money?
You got it. Help your.
There's a magnet over there. Put the cat by the magnet, and then the magnet sticks to the cat. We're fucking around.
Oh! Jumped up at me.
Just like
it
wants to get you.
Lion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Hey, every third time, it's gonna end up hooking your nose. It's gonna end up hooking his nose. It's gonna be a cat hanging from your nostril, dude.
Like an earring.
Yeah, like an earring in your nose.
Because he's gonna end up finding himself in a cage.
Uh-oh. Kitty, he's gonna put you in the cage, in the hole. He's gonna put you in the hole.
He's going to the shoe.
Hey, lights out. Lights out.
The fuck you think we're running here? Oh hell no.
Oh shit, you're gonna have to get some officers down here.
Dude, you got a fucking rebel on your hands.
Yeah, get some officers over here right away. This cat is going crazy.
Listen, we're gonna call. Should we call MJ now?
We're gonna stay on MJ until the end of
but
MJ's
then
story.
that phone call is gonna come in. You're gonna have to hang up on.
No, we're not gonna hang up. We're gonna say, you know what?
We're gonna say, Tom, you're a cheap
Passe.
bastard.
We're gonna keep MJ on there. He has been a good sport. It went sour, and you know what? You could hear it. He was sad.
He was.
But you know what? Us remembering where he left off at,
You know what
is
it
gonna
is?
make him happy.
He's laying in his sister's bed, all chilling in that canopy pink ass room, like all pissed. Like, dude, what the fuck?
He's like, damn it, hope nobody calls now. He's about to say something. Boom, doo-doo. Oh, sorry, man. He's in a dread telling us the story now.
He might not pick up.
You have a collect call from.
It's hot now. It's like 77 degrees out
You
there.
have.
No,
Hello?
Press 1 for
Yeah, I'm
English.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
All right, where you left off in the middle there, you're getting chased. He was floating. You guys were running. Candyman 5 times.
Yeah, we ran to the house. We ran to the house, right? We all ran in the room, and we all got on the bed, and we all had under cover. We thinking this is a problem. We all thinking like, nah, man, we just tripping. And we look at it. He floating over the bed. We all just hiding under the cover, like, ooh.
All the way home. Wow.
He in our house. It's like, and everybody said it was real. No, I mean, he was only real though if you believe he was real.
Oh, so you guys hysteria.
You know what? I remember when we used to go to the Christian Center, which was like an after-school type of activity that we had in the South Side.
Oh, that was great. I like that place
and it was
a lot.
for like it was for the preteens, right? So we're all in the gymnasium. There must have been like at least 17 of us giggling girls between like 7 and 11 years old. And you know what we did? We stood in front of the mirror, all holding hands and chanting Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary killed your baby 7 times, right? You know, we all say that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, one person starts screaming. Everybody starts screaming. The lights are flickering on and off. I don't know if anybody's fucking around, but a couple of girls walked away with scratches on them.
Was it 3?
Exactly. That's why I'm saying some of that is real.
Like more, yeah.
You know, if you get 3 scratches at once, it's supposed to be a mocking of the Trinity.
You know what? I just remember seeing scratches on at least 5 of the girls. They had scratches. And if they were self-induced, like, wow, even more fucking horrifying.
My cat scratched me and left 3 scratch marks.
I'm going to scratch you.
Wow.
3 scratch marks.
I like this. It's another one when my brother used to do witchcraft, but he gay now, but he turned gay, but he used to do witchcraft in his room. So I used to go to his room. One day I went to his room and I was going in his room and I seen the circle with the star on this floor. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm young, so I'm not thinking none of it. And then a ghost, it's like it's not a ghost, but a demon, start coming to the room with red eyes and he'd look at me. And he'd run. When I chased to the door, he would run back to my brother's room. I'm like, oh my, I said, is this true? Is this real? And I thought it was all. I thought everything I seen was a game, but it's not. You know, He come back. He would come back and check. Whenever I'm by myself, he would come back, and I see him, and he would run again. But the demon was so fast, you only see him going in the room. I'm like, oh. I don't like this house. Then it was crazy because my sister, she had a baby. Not to get off topic, she had a baby that died in the house. So it was so easy for demons to come in the house.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you bet.
Yeah, and she, like my niece Tower, she died, and I thought I was tripping when I seen her in the closet one day. We all was laying on the bed. We all seen it. My sister outside right now. We all seen her. She was standing in the closet full of blood, looking at us saying, "Help me." And it was our niece.
I would have.
You know that stuff is.
I would have
real.
shit my pants.
You don't even have to be a believer to know that stuff is real.
Yeah, when you see stuff like that, that is just. Man.
Yeah, that was.
You question.
Yeah,
reality.
that was like. Yes, and right there, I knew that. And my sister could not ever come to that house after her daughter died in that house. She moved out and never came back to the house. And I was wondering why. That was why. Because we got her room that she used to have. Her daughter used to hunt her mama. That helped me was basically for her mama. I never said it to this day, but now I do. That was basically she wanted her mama. She was asking her for help.
Yeah, she's looking for her.
Yeah, and she took off. After she took off, she had some more kids, and they still survived. But my nephew just not too long died. Well, one of my nephews that she had again, where she had some twins. One of the twins died. They jumped on him. And they killed him. Like literally, like it was like a sacrifice, basically.
Wow.
So they beat him bad, and then they killed him. It hurt me to this day. You know, when I found out he died, I was in prison, and I couldn't do nothing but cry. And I was seeing the psych, and she was talking to me, and I was crying about my nephew, but I felt him grab my shoulder, and he whispered in my ear, "I'm gonna start crying. I'm right here with you. I'm always with you."
Yeah,
But since that day, I don't cry. I know he look over me. I know he with me. Sometimes when I'm out here in this world, walking these streets with all this violence and stuff, I know my nephew is right there with me, protecting me like a guardian angel.
That's a touching story, man.
You know, I believe that after somebody passes on and before they go on to that next stage or wherever they're going to go or whatever is going to happen for them, I do believe that they get to roam the earth for that 2 weeks. They get 2 weeks to roam the earth. I believe they even talk about that in the Bible, how you get to roam for 2 weeks. It's almost like
but they can roam longer too. If they ain't found their way, they can roam longer. Like he probably was lost, really trying to find himself. When he found everybody was trying to reach, then he went up. But he still watched over us.
I think that for some of those souls that walk around us that are like a what I would say I would call like a true ghost, or they walk around, they look confused and everything. They're like, oh my God, they're looking for something. You know, I think it's because they died and they don't know. They're completely unaware
that their wallet is missing.
Yeah.
Right.
Their prison wallet's missing. Don't fuck around, buddy.
Right.
Yeah.
Man purse.
Yeah, that they're
Yeah, that's true.
Man purse is full.
Man, you know, my daddy passed too, so there was a whole lot of stuff going on. Like my daddy passed, then my nephew died behind him, like a year behind. You know.
Yeah. This world is still it is very magical. It's just that a lot of people are just unaware of the magic that's there. You know, we're hidden. It's hidden from us. We're lied to. We're not even taught anything.
No.
We're just taught to like eat, go potty on the
Right.
toilet. You
Buy
know,
the next
go
bullshit.
to work.
Yeah.
Get my
And
cool sneakers today.
Stop.
With the
Right.
new watch.
Absolutely.
The watch
Can I
that
get that
talks.
new shoes and the new clothes?
How much is it? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I got
Right.
the money for it. That
Right.
the,
They just
that,
came
out
that electric
today.
bill can wait.
The latest. The greatest.
But then, you know, the latest, if you think about it, some of the latest get people killed. Because some people got killed for their Nikes. Some people got killed for their Jordans.
Even a
some people
person
got killed
that created
for
some of the stuff
Blazer
got
jerseys.
murdered off.
Hey, I remember when that first started. When it first started, when they would start killing you for your sneakers. Because that wasn't
Right.
like an all the time thing.
Yeah, that was a
like-
long time ago
That was a
when that
long time
started.
ago, like when
90s.
British Knights were around and stuff.
British Knights, BK
Yeah.
Knights.
No, it's not Nikes. It's Jordans. And
Right,
HGs.
right.
Yeah.
HGs are expensive. You know, you're looking
KDs
at
and
300 some
Hey,
bucks. You know,
hey, those Kanyes that you have on your feet are worth $2,000, and those are limited edition. So I can, if I took them off your feet, doesn't even matter if they have blood on them. I could sell them for like even more because it was a sacrifice.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm glad we're on this topic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're on this topic because I went to the store because I got like a couple of pair of Jordans. I had the 45s when Jordan played for the Wizards,
Oh, okay.
and I got the Wizard hat to go with it. And I was at the store, and my niece was with me. And the dude got to question my shoes. He said, "Man, I wouldn't even wear those. I'm like $3,000." I looked at him. I said, "He priced my foot and everything." My niece was like, and I'm just still doing what I'm doing, but I'm still saying in my head, he just priced my shoes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know how much my shoes cost.
Mm-hmm.
I got a story like that too. I was at
I
Target.
said, what the hell?
Dude, I was at Target buying some Pokemon cards. And there was this kid walks up and this other guy walks up. He goes, "Man, are those Blossom, whatever kind of shoes?" He's like, "Yeah." He said, "They're not even that old." He goes, "Yeah, they look really nice." He goes, "Man, what do you want from them?" Dude takes his shoes off at the store and gives it to him. And the dude gives him some money. And then the dude leaves. He didn't even buy no Pokemon cards.
Wow.
Dang, that was
You
probably
care
a
about-
Facebook market to sell and shit right there.
Weird, man. It's like, dude's like,
That was a Facebook
That-
market.
yeah.
to
right
sell.
off his feet.
It's so weird.
Mhm.
It's so weird. But I'm going to be honest. I got a good heart. So, you know, since I've been out of prison, I still got that good heart. My family need me. I'm there for them. You know what I mean? I still got that good heart. If I got it and I can give it, I'm going to give it to them. It's like before I even went to prison, my family if they told me, my brother and them come to me and told me they got a job, I was so happy and proud. I used to give them like 3-4 pair of shoes. And they'd be like, "I just need some boots to work in." I'm like, "No, look, bro, here you go. Here, take these too. I don't even wear these."
You know.
They're like, "Oh, thanks." You know, that's the way my mama raised me, not to be selfish. If you wealthy enough to have it,
Yeah.
don't look down on the people that don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you start doing that, you're not getting a blessing for that.
You know
you
what?
getting-
Charity does start at home. Everything starts at home. And, you know, in order to be a charitable person, like, you have to be taught that by somebody. So, you know, thank you for being a leader in your family like that, because there's so many people in the family that be like, "Yeah, I got it, but, you know, you wish you had it. 'Cause this is mine," you know, like, forgetting that. Don't let strangers be the ones that are generous and are the ones that.
And there's a
your
lot of
family
people
members will look up
that
to
happens,
those
and that's how
people.
they find out about
Yeah,
it.
because they take advantage of you that way of not
Right.
being that's what
Yeah.
what a family
Yeah.
unit that's not strong looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about, because now these days, you can't really, it's crazy. You can't do that no more. You can't walk up to the person and take off a pair of $400-$500 pair of shoes and give them to them. You know what I mean? Because you don't know if people don't think you're sweet or not, that you're gullible, you know, and they'll rob you next time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a life crazy now. You can't just walk up. You got to actually get to learn these people. It's like, since I've been out, before I give anybody anything, I watch them.
Yeah.
And I watch and see what type of person they is.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see that good person, I walk up and I don't mind giving them nothing. But there's sometimes I walk down the street when they ask for cigarettes. Oh, here you go. He go 2 or 3.
You want to know why? Because it's easy to ask for shit and people will give it to you. Because there's always a kind heart out there. But you know what? I believe in giving a hand up and not a hand out. Whatever happened to that? You know, when you ever notice too, since you got out, and when people say, hey, they want to borrow something, the borrow actually is the word that means they're going to keep it forever and not give the shit back. Borrow means like you use it and then you give it fucking back.
Yeah, when you're done with the shit.
Yeah, when you're done. I didn't give it to you to keep.
Don't
What's
make me
wrong
chase
with
you around.
Asking
I don't
want
to chase you around like a ghost.
Yeah.
Where's my thing? Oh,
don't turn me into a beggar for my own shit. Why am I begging for my own shit back?
It's a figment of my imagination. The next thing all of a sudden, they got a receipt for it and said they bought that shit. No.
Ah, man. That's crazy because, you know, in my family, we do that, but it's like, if they do it, it's just when they expect for something or borrow something, I don't never want it back. Because if they gave me something and they ain't asked for it back, I just tell them to keep it.
Oh, I borrow something, and I give that shit back right away because you want to know what? There's a reason why I didn't have it to begin with. Number one, it adds clutter to the already mountains of shit I already possess and own. So it's easy. Like, hey, let me borrow that. I will give it back. I don't want it. I don't. Yeah.
Right.
It creates my space. You know, speaking of that, did you know that the library, like, will like basically write you anything from games to like even like board games, yard games, a hose for your outside for the summer. They'll like whatever you need.
Didn't know that.
And it makes me think of like you'll own nothing and like it. You're gonna rent your spatula and give it back when you're done type of shit.
Yep. If you ain't got enough credit, you know, you'll have the spatula and the fork and all the things you want and all the things you need, but if you ain't got the credits to get that fork, that fucking fork is inside that cabinet and you're eating with your fucking fingers tonight, and if you ain't got the credits to open your refrigerator door up because you were naughty, you ain't eating tonight. They're going to do that with every damn thing you got.
So
Even with like a store.
No, I love watching people get red pilled when they realize the world's not what they're told it is. So I had my mom over. I spent Thursday nights with my mom. And this last Thursday, I was like, I'm going to give her a real treat. We're going to watch some fucking Black Mirror.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, yeah. We watched one of the new ones, and I could see in her face it was over her head. So
what's Black Mirror?
Like a Twilight Zone.
On Netflix.
It's like Twilight Zone and Outer Limits.
And I'm going to have to watch that with you because you got to watch that with
You're
me.
familiar with them shows, aren't you? MJ?
Right.
It's like,
I'm familiar.
It's almost like predictive programming.
Twilight Zone. I watch all those.
Yeah,
some good stuff, man. Some good stories there. Really good ones.
Relevant to what's going on today.
They make you think. Them.
I had her watch the one with the social credits where the girl's laughing in the mirror. I don't know, MJ. Have you watched any of these?
Black Mirror.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, the episode where the girl.
I watched a couple of little movies since I got out. They got some crazy movies, like literally back to back. You can watch them. Like if you go on the internet, you can watch some movies back to back.
I'm gonna scoop you up. You're gonna come over to my house. We're gonna watch this shit. We're gonna binge. Yeah, I had my mom watch that one about social credits, and she goes, "Oh my God, is that what it's really like?" I was like, "Yeah, that's what it's gonna be, Mom." She totally freaked out. She was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait. When do we vote again?" Okay, it's in 24. I'm like, "Who are you gonna vote for?" She's telling me. I was like, "All right, don't tell nobody else because they're gonna fuck it up for you."
Wow. Did y'all ever see? It's a movie about social media. It was about this one. It's like a girl was online and something like that, and she just ended up missing. Like a dude stalked her. Then he kidnapped her and threw her over a thing. But it was like the whole movie was real, kind of like, you know, she was on social media. The last time her daddy seen her, she was on social media. She went to school and she was on her way back home.
That's
the guy followed her.
That's a true story, though, ain't that? I thought that was.
Yeah, it was a true story.
Yeah,
that was a true story.
I heard about
that. And it was like a Chinese girl. She was on social media.
Her name was Lee.
Mm-mm. Yeah.
Her last name was Lee.
Yeah. So you know about that.
Yeah.
And then he took her, he threw her down the I don't know if he raped her and stuff and threw her down. I don't know. I just think it was something like that. But it may have been that he raped her and threw her down a little hill, tried to kill her, but she still was alive. And that was God with that girl.
Oh yeah.
That was God. Cause ain't no way in hell a person kidnap you, toss you off a cliff, and you still alive?
Well, you know what,
only God.
MJ, in reality, it's really hard to kill a human. That's why they stab each other like 115 times, and it's so overboard because it is, at the end of the day, it's easy to fuck one of us up. We'll be crippled forever, and our shell will be damaged. But for death, yeah, it's hard to kill one of us, to be honest, really.
Right.
Unless you're hit by a drunk driver, then you're fucked.
Right. You're right. And then you don't want your spirit to be killed either. You don't want your inner brute ever to be
Because if you're
killed.
taken by surprise, you could be one of those ghosts that are walking around hitching for that ride home. You're I'm just looking for my ride home, like that girl in Chicago by that cemetery.
Oh man.
Cemetery Mary, right?
Yeah.
Looking for her
It's
ride
crazy.
home.
I stay by a cemetery right now. It's like right up the street. Literally, I'm on Titonia. Right on Burla.
Oh wow.
Right over here where all the bad stuff happening mostly. Yeah.
Hey, do you live by that cemetery where there's no fence, where you can basically walk? Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, I know where that is, dude.
Dude, that
That's
cemetery.
Right.
I think his mom lives.
That's how I told me.
Scary one.
Dude, that's that cemetery is so awkward because it's in the neighborhood.
Right.
It's right in the neighborhood. There's no fence. You could just walk right. If you really could literally urinate on
shortcut, it's a park, play hide and go seek and shit.
Weed. You think about it, you'd be getting together, smoke some weed, walking through the cemetery.
Right in the middle, and everyone else is gated.
Hey, that might also be the same cemetery where people's people's loved ones were being buried in improper in wrong plots. So people were visiting graves of people that weren't even their loved ones.
Wow.
And then they would bury people on top of people.
Yeah, after so long, nobody's visited them and stuff like that.
Some people, their full family dies off. There ain't nobody there to even know about the person there to visit.
Yeah.
Weird, eh? Crazy stuff like that.
I'll tell you.
Man, I know somebody like that.
So I'm getting burned, throw my shit to the wind. I'm good with that.
Right.
You do. Right. You give to the earth in another way.
I'm gonna come back as a cyborg. Cyborg.
Right.
I'm gonna get a hold of Elon
But I'm
Musk.
gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you another thing to make you come back to this earth, alien. When you go to prison, there's certain stuff that you know that people are already doing in the first place. That will make you come back to the earth, an alien, because you don't want to mess with nobody. You don't want to talk to nobody. Yeah. That's how my life is. I've been single since I got out.
How long you been out?
I have not. Only been out 7 months, and I don't talk to no woman.
Yeah.
So, when you say you're in jail and you know other things, can you elaborate on that? What do you mean? What are they?
Right. But let's say, look, before I went to prison, I picked up a female, not knowing her age. She lied about her age. She had a child and everything. So I'm buying her lingerie, taking care of her child, trying to figure out she was not even old enough to be out there doing anything with her body like that.
Mm-hmm.
They locked me up for 6 years. I came back to these streets an alien. I don't want to talk to females sometimes. I'll say hi and bye, but I don't talk to them to make them feel weird. And I had a couple of my sister friends say, he cool, right? he don't even seem like that type. You know,
because you're scared. These women out here, they're treacherous. You know, from a woman's point of view, like, you know, I remember my mom telling me, "Oh, you're a natural born victim. As a woman, you're automatically seen as a victim," and blah 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 blah. We watch all these scary movies and all these detective things and stuff like that without realizing men get victimized too. As a matter of fact, that number is way more than the ladies, because what guy's gonna say it? What guy's gonna say it that they were suckered? No guy.
Right.
Mm-mm.
It's like
Pulver's got a story about that. Hold on to that, MJ. Well, I mean, it's a comical one, but Pulver, he was drunk, and he was at this bar, and his bartender, it was an old woman. She had been probably like 20, 30 years older than him, right? He said when he woke up, he was in this lady's house, and she was on top of him, and she was riding him, and he's like, now you already heard how Pulver talks, right? So you can just imagine how he's telling this story. He goes, get off of me. He goes, now, you know what? Wow. He would have got, like, if the roles were reversed, dude, that person would have been going to prison for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
It's definitely a double standard.
Right. And it's crazy. It's crazy because women don't hardly go to prison for that. It's only a couple of women I heard about went to prison for that in Milwaukee. You know what I mean? Only a few. And they wasn't in Milwaukee. They was probably in about Greenfield or, you know what I mean? But they still was in Milwaukee. You know, it's just, I only heard about a few. But mostly it's men. Because they say, oh, you should, how will you know? What y'all should do is start coaching the kids to be better. Like right now, my nieces, my nephews, if I see them doing something, I tell them that's not right. And if I walk in the house and I see they wearing something that they don't supposed to have on their ass, why you got that on? Uncle, you tripped. I ain't tripping. Take that off.
You know what? You're right. You're right to do that, because I went to an 8th grade graduation and I took my mom with me, for my nephew, and my mom's busy pointing at these girls. And I'm like, Mom, don't point. Stop pointing. She goes, I can't help it. I want you to make sure that you're looking at the same girl I'm going to talk about. I said, Mom, I can read your mind and I already know which girl you're going to talk about, because she looks like the 25-year-old in this sea of like 13-year-old girls.
Wow.
Like, where did you get all of that?
The mom.
And then that dress that they're graduating, and I'm not going to body shame anybody. I'm not going to say, oh, you can't wear that, blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to age appropriate, you're like 13, licking maybe 14. You know what? You can put that grown-up dress on the hanger and save that for a little bit. Save that shit for prom. Be cute. I'm not saying dress like the nun and you're a Catholic school, but like, damn, like straight up. Like, I almost feel like you hit that age where you're like, oh, I can see the future. I don't want to think of little girls
and
these
swinging on
little
the pole.
Boys, and I'm digging myself.
You be swinging on that pole, making that money for rent because you got 2 kids.
Right, and my oldest daughter's 18 now. She just got pregnant. I was happy to hear that, because I was mad, but at first I said, oh no, my daughter pregnant. But then I said, at least she waited till I got out.
Yeah.
At least I got if she ain't just have it at 17. She wasn't like the victim that happened with me. You know what I mean? And that was a blessing. So I said, okay, that's cool. Now I know my daughter grown. I got a 12-year-old right now. She stay around the corner from me as I speak to y'all now. You know what I mean? I don't see her as much. I don't see her because me and her mom have difficulty, like, words in about the case. It's about, you know what I mean? It's about she feel, you ain't getting out to talk to me. No, I'm not. I'm not talking to nobody. Nobody talked to me when I was like that.
I'm honest with you too. What I tell my boys, and I've been telling this because I wasn't the girl that did this, but I tell my sons when they were young and they were under 18 and stuff like that, it's like, hey, when you're dating and you're hanging out and you like a girl, you make sure that girl's older than you. Even if it's by a year, you make sure she's a little bit older than you. So that way when shit goes down, she's the one getting in trouble because you could say you're a little kid. You can say you're a little kid because, you know, I've seen it growing up too. Both of the kids are like 16 years old and the boy's in trouble. Somebody got pregnant. Somebody got knocked up. Having teenagers is having anybody between the ages of 13 and 17 living in your house is so incredibly fucking scary because there's, you know, they're climbing in and out of windows, and now we have the internet that they can look at shit that I didn't have when I was a kid.
Yeah, man, talking to some shady characters. You don't even know who they're talking to.
What's that Omegle thing that they go to, and they're showing each other their fucking feet and talking to adults, and it's like,
doing all this
what
weird,
the hell is going
dangerous
on?
things they should just not be doing. We wouldn't do that shit when we were kids. We're like street smart, man. The lights came on, we came home. We didn't talk to some goofy stranger person. We played them games and did all the good stuff.
I've talked about this before. I played with dolls so I was 14 years old. I discovered boys, and then my life has been shit ever since. I'm just kidding.
I seen the naked books. I seen Playboy, and it was over.
I read them for the jokes.
Yeah, asshole of the day or asshole of the month. I like that, jackass of the month. Which one was that? Was that jackass of the month? I don't know. I remember I seen them.
Right.
I was a little ass kid too, seeing them naked books. I was like, I knew exactly what I wanted.
The world, seriously.
Right.
Boobs.
You gotta, I tell you.
Once you understand the world that you live in, it becomes a lot easier to walk in. Because you know you're careful. You're careful about everything. Fuck taking that person's, you know, word.
Right.
Your word is fucking 10. Only my word is gold. My word is gold. Because I know what's coming for me, and I'm speaking truth. Fuck you. I'm gonna Google you right now. What's going on? I'm gonna CCAP you. I'm gonna Google you. I'm gonna Facebook you. I'm gonna Instagram you.
Right.
And
you know that's like when if I do like talk to like other females and they ask me my name, I tell them. You know what I mean? But other than that, and I don't mind. Go ahead, Google it. And then if you feel, ask me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
And you know what? Everybody's got a story. Some of us, the stories are louder than others.
You take
right, but
look at Bill Cosby. What's happened to him again? Now again. These ladies came from out of the woodwork over 70 years ago. Over 70 fucking years ago.
Wait, you talking about ghosts? You talking
Bill
about
Cosby's a motherfucking demon, is what he is. He's a demon.
Everybody just want money.
A week ago or a month ago, are you saying this or what? When was this?
This couple of days ago, I was reading the news.
Again.
Wow.
New ones came up out of the woodwork.
That's over 70 years ago. You know, there's no
Bill Cosby, they still at his head like that.
I was mean to somebody when I was in kindergarten. Now I'm in trouble now as an adult.
You know what?
Do that.
These Satan worshipers, you know what they do is they take advantage of the willing. A lot of these people are willing. That's why they don't have the bad karma. That's why shit comes to them way later on in life. Because you take somebody that's willing, how are you going to punish? Well, they let me do it. Yeah. They said it was okay.
Right.
I got their permission. It was all good.
They wanted to be a movie star.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, suckle. They said, how much? How long?
Yeah. All that weird shit. Hey.
Until the sack's empty, baby.
Speaking of weird shit, MJ, have you heard anything new about Jamie Foxx?
Yeah, what happened with him, man?
Dude, last I heard, he was blind and paralyzed.
Dude, they killed him.
No. Killed himself. He's going to come out looking different like Kanye. Kanye disappeared for 3 months, has a wife that looks like fucking Pete Davidson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And he looks different. I know there's weight gain and people get older, but in 3
there's
months'
other people
time,
that were in there and they had tattoos and the tattoos changed.
And you know what too? It's like he's always been that demonic type of guy and that fashion stuff because
but
Kim Kardashian couldn't get into any of that shit till she started.
But do you
dating
believe in what happened with him at first?
You know what?
How he had to get on the rap, how he even made it in the game.
I think
I heard he offered up his mother.
Yes, he did. He offered up his mom.
Just to start rapping.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, he did, because look at how his career really took off after that. Really took off.
Every star has a sacrifice.
Every star. All of them.
John Travolta.
And you know what? And check it out, MJ.
So what do you think about
if they don't do their family members, what they do is they do their fans. So have you heard about Taylor Swift? So you go to one of her concerts now, especially hers, right? You don't remember anything. You don't remember shit. You know, I never thought I'm going to say this. I've watched that movie, The Pussycat Dolls. What is that? The Pussycat Dolls, right?
Josie and the Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats. That's a scary fucking movie, man. They talked about how they take the music and they turn it into a frequency that makes you sacrifice yourself, do things, and it's just it's all like a demonic ritual.
That's what John Todd said.
Right.
He said that John Todd said that when he was, I remember he sat on the Council of 13, that he was in charge of recording companies. And then what they would do is they would take the original that was recorded, and they had a room where they would have Satanists, they'd have witches that would put spells on it, and each record had a demon attached to it.
Oh yeah, they talk about like each city has a demon that lives in it too. Like you have in Vegas the gambling sin.
I hope y'all know about Beyonce.
Oh hell yeah, we know about Beyonce.
Making that girl do stuff in her videos that was not her.
And how about her drummer coming forward, sacrificing her and killing her fucking cat and shit? And she's been with Jay-Z since she was a really young girl. So and you know we've all watched that Aaliyah, and we all know that Beyonce took Aaliyah's spot. Basically took her spirit, just like Gaga took that one girl's spirit.
Yeah.
And they're soul eaters. It's called soul scalping.
Dude, it's almost like
it's called soul scalping. They will scalp the shit right out of your soul.
Into you.
Yes, they'll take that piece of you.
All right, now hold on. Roger Moore knew. Roger Moore knew. I played that recently with Roger Moore knew and the occult. Roger Moore knew talked about how when he started off, when he was in the occult before he became saved, he said this is how it happens too. The demons, they select. So what happened with him is this demon had told demons had told members of that group or whatever that there was going to be two guys and they're going to be at such and such place at such and such time, and you meet them and you take them with you, you get them because they're going to already be coming to where you're at. And you talk to them and you bring them to, and that's all that happened. These demons had already selected, for instance, Roger Moore knew and his friend. Now, why I chimed in on this is because when he would sit, they would sit in when it first started off, he was hanging out with people. These people said that they could contact people's lost loved ones, right? Those are called familiar spirits. Yep. But they're really demons that are portraying the deceased.
They're fucking fakers.
And so what happened is that's all going on. And there was this lady, and she wanted to talk to our friend or whatever. And lo and behold, that like something happened. There was a singer. Okay, hold on. There was a singer, and the singer had ended up having the voice of her friend that died. The friend came like all this jazz, but really it was a demon. Because what happened? This is the same thing with John Todd. He said that as he moved up in Satanism, he would go from like one stage to another. And when I say stage, I mean like development of people in a group.
Yeah, they graduate. They graduate to the next level.
Then he would find out that wherever he was at previously, them people, the new instructors or whatever, they tell him, look, everything that they taught was a lie. This is what's really going on. And then when he left there to go to some other group, They'd be like the same thing. They'd be like, look, everything that you heard there, that's a lie. This is what's really this is the real truth, right? And so with Roger Moore knew, when he was sat in that one time, this guy came and he said, he told him, he said, but he said it, he was like, these are fallen angels. They're just as beautiful as they were when they were kicked out of heaven. He said, and he said, what's going on is these people, I come here, he said, because my wife, she's sad because somebody's deceased or whatever. So she thinks she's really talking to him. He says, I only come here just for my wife to be comforted, but I know what's really going on. And if you guys want, I'll take you to where I go, where there's real power. He says, when I want power, I go right to the source. Those are exact words that Roger Moore said. And then that's when he was taken to this mansion where these people would get together, and he said, you wouldn't believe it. He said these people that were in this cult, they were prestigious citizens in the community. They were doctors, they were lawyers. Mm-hmm. He said he's seen typewriters. They were typing by themselves, and they were making briefs for this attorney. He said they're doing all this work for him. He said he gave different kind. He spoke about different people and the things that they got. Like in the Bible, check out, in God's word, it talks about you got the fruits of the gifts of the Spirit and the fruits of the Spirit, right? But the gifts of the Spirit are like gift of tongues, prophecy, knowledge, or wisdom, knowledge, miracles, casting out spirits, this kind of stuff. That's the gifts of the Holy Spirit. And he said the other side of the coin with Satan is he has gifts too. And these people, they sell their soul. Now, granted, you don't, even though you sell your soul, if you give your life to Jesus, Jesus can blot out, even if it's written in blood, he could blot it out. That's what Mary Kate Baxter said when Jesus told her this. He said, "You tell them that hell is real, and if people that have sold their soul to the devil, tell them that my blood can don't you get off the phone with us now? We've been on the phone with you. No,
no, I ain't gonna get off the phone, but I'm gonna just tell you this.
What?
We are in hell. We're in hell now.
Man, this is paradise.
Right now,
hell, man.
We walk in hell now. Why do you think kids killing kids?
That's kids killing grown ups. Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let me ask you this. And I've asked this to other people, and so I wouldn't be surprised if I get the same answer. I'm gonna ask you. So who's the God of this world?
The God of this world is Satan.
Okay, that's what the Bible says. So then when you know God's word, right? When you know Christian theology or whatnot, you realize that when Adam fell, he forfeited a kingdom. He was a king. When he forfeited that kingdom, Satan had it. This is Satan's now. It's a deed. Now the deed's gonna run out like any deed, like a lease. When you lease something, this is Christian theology, but it adds up. In other words, listen, when Jesus is tempted in the wilderness, right? Satan tells him many things. There's three things, right? Now, out of those three things, which all fall in line with the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life, that's another deep thing. What happens is this. He says, all these kingdoms I can give to you if you worship me. And of course, Jesus says, he quotes his own word, God's word, which is, I can't remember verbatim, you don't have no other gods before you. The thing about that is, when Satan says that to him, that's when you have to read all the Gospels. You get the full picture. Satan tells him, all these things have been given to me, and I give it to whom I please. So you got to ask yourself the question, who's giving it to him? It's not that he took it. He says, all this has been given to me. Well, it was given to him because Adam forfeited.
God gave it.
No, right. Well, God allows it, but see, God can't intervene on account of how see, when Jesus came, Jesus took that deed. Jesus took that title. It talks about when Jesus is resurrected. Jesus says, I had the keys to heaven.
I'm not getting off the phone. I'm with y'all. All right, I'm going to run past this music. Listen, no, you got to keep talking. All right, but you're going to hear a little music. But I'm going right upstairs to my room.
All right.
I'm running out my sister's room.
All right. So the thing is,
you were on there when Jesus had picked up the deed.
No, when Jesus is resurrected, he talks about in the book of Revelation, he says, I have the kingdom, I have the keys to hell. He's got, see, this is what Satan had. When you read the book of Hebrews, it talks about that Satan has the power of death. It's so deep when you know. But I want to say this though. This is real interesting. Is that when Eve and Adam fell, it talks about that she saw the tree that it was pleasing to the eyes, one to behold, and of taste. Right. Well, you got the lust of the flesh, the lust of the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. He said it's something that bring knowledge. Now, First John, John quotes, filled with the Holy Spirit, that all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world. And the world is passing. Right. Now, Jesus, when he's tempted, he is tempted in those 3 points. The lust of the flesh, if you're the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. You got to remember, he's fasting for 40 days, no food. So at this point, he's hungry, right? He says, well, if you're the Son of God, turn these stones into bread. That's the lust of the flesh. He says, he takes him on the top, the highest pinnacle, and he says, if you're the Son of God, jump down, for it says in God's word that he will give his angels charge over you, and they'll lift you up that you not dash your foot on a single stone. And he says, you're not to tempt the Lord. Jesus quotes Deuteronomy, you're not to tempt the Lord. Well, the pride of life, I could do this. I can do this because I'm the Son of God. I can do this. It's like abuse of.
Right.
And you got the lust of the flesh, the pride of life, and the lust of the eyes. All these kingdoms I'll give to you if you worship me. The lust of the eyes. I
love how you tie that all together, because you know what, that really reinforces what MJ was talking about, because I actually believe this, what I'm about to say next. Hell is here on earth, and we all experience our own personal hell every fucking day.
Yeah, but see, that's so minute. Like, okay, I'll tell you what. Like, when you read, if you were to ever hear that, you don't have to read it, you can hear it. The 7 Colombian youth's testimonies of Jesus showing them hell. And one day they were praying, they were fasting, all this stuff, and then Jesus came and he showed them hell. And in hell, they saw John Lennon. He was hanging upside down, and he was being dumped into this bubbling mud, or they called it a boiler room. It was boiling oil. That's what it was. And he said, "Lord, help me." And Jesus wouldn't even turn towards him. Lord, help me. And then finally he started cursing Christ. There's so many people, when Jesus gives tours of hell for people to go back and warn people that are lost that hell is real, you'll have people that be like, Lord, Lord, help me, help me. And when Jesus walks away, they'll start cursing them. And they'll wish that they were never born. Well, while this was taking place, there was this person named Mark, and he was in this lake of fire. Not the lake, but a lake of fire. And he said, Lord, help me, Lord, Lord. And Jesus said, quiet, be still. And it kind of like he was still in pain, but it wasn't that much pain, but it was still pain. And he says, Mark, tell him. He said, well, I think first he was like, he said, anyhow, he said, tell such as, he said, why would you want to go back? And he said, because so I can change, so I can do what's right, so I can do right, Lord. I want to tell people that this is a real place. I want to tell them this is real. And he said, you could tell me I'll be the sickest person, a handicapped person. I don't care what it is. Anything is better than this. And he was like, help. And Jesus said, there's nothing I can do for him. The judgment is set. And once you die, it's too late. When you die, like, you got people that have near-death experiences, but that's like Jesus gives them. There's something.
That second chance.
Yeah, but you got. Well, when the judgment is set by the Father, that's it. And having said that, Jesus said, or the 7 youths, one of the 7 youths said that guy Mark, he went from on top of the lake of fire into this lake of fire. He went to the bottom. He said he was in there for forever now. He was like they rotate. There's so many people in it that it rotates. I've heard hours of testimony of people in hell, and I'm gonna tell you what, I believe it, because I've heard the same thing from different people who don't know each other from different continents. They're spread across. Like in hell's a prison. You see,
right?
And you ever heard Bill Weiss? He wrote a book. It's called 23 Minutes in Hell. It's quick, easy read. But he also has he also has a video, his testimony, several of them. But he talks about he was a Christian. Now, he was not a backslider or a hypocrite. Hypocrites go to hell. Now, he was bona fide, serving the Lord 30 years plus, and he never had a drink of alcohol, he said. None of that. He said one day he was in his kitchen, and he went to go get something, and he said he just, that was it. He went out, and he was in hell. And he could feel the fire. He saw these two demons. He was in the cell. He was naked. And God's word talks about that you'll be naked. Their sin is in front of them, and also like their nakedness. Now there's stipulations because you could be a person as a preacher, and you go to hell, and you got these rags, these tethered rags, and see people who preach the word of God and they end up going to hell because they go back into the world. They get it worse, and God's word talks about this. And there's preachers that preach against this, but it's true. They got a double condemnation.
You rolling out?
Gotta go. Yeah, already past my time. I gotta go home. My wife's.
Well, let's go. Let's say, you know what, dude, we gotta wrap it up, man. You know, it's already after 9:00.
9:20.
If you want, you know, you can get back on the podcast next week.
Yeah, it was a slow start because we started off talking about aliens, and then it turned into got a couple ghost stories in that were so incredibly fucking scary that after that, all hell broke loose on the channel, and we had some severe technical difficulties that put us about an hour behind.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
All that electrical stuff in the thing and doing that. Like it was doing the same voice over and over. It was going.
It was literally like a.
That was $5 worth of that.
Movies. Things were.
Any rappers out there, they could put that in their song. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be weird.
Well, but you know, before I get off, I really like to, you know what I'm saying, apologize to my victim because she did not know what she was doing. She probably was doing what she was taught. Because in life,
you know what, young people feel grown. Yeah, they're here. They're like 14 and they're like, look at that 30-year-old kid.
They figure that's what love is by spreading their legs and shit. That's love, and someone's going to give a shit about me if I do this instead of just loving them for being them.
Well, I love all. If I see them, I don't like to. Like I told you, I see my niece in something, I tell her to put something else on. You know what I mean? If that's not suitable for you. It's not suitable for me to even see you in that. You need to be doing something. Put some. I don't care if you put on some shorts. You put on some not booty shorts. Put on some shorts that they can be shorts, but don't put on no booty shorts. You see what I'm saying? Put on something that's nice.
Everything starts at home. Everything starts at home.
Yep.
All the caring, all the love, and you know. I remember when I was young, I didn't want to hear what anybody had to tell me.
Nope. I knew everything.
Yep.
Because
I'm rapping.
You don't.
I'm wrapping it up.
You don't teach.
Hey.
You don't teach them, they won't learn.
Nope.
That's all I can tell you.
Well, check it out. Usually, when we end the show, we each say our name, and then we say, this is Manwich, and then we're out. So
bye.
Since you're still on the phone, you can sound off with us. All right.
Yeah.
And we'll let you lead. So go ahead, say your name.
Michael Jackson.
Michelle.
And Manwich.
Ken.
Michael.
And this is Rich. And this is
the Manwich
Show.
All right, we went slower, some of us.
I know. We're gonna get it.
We're gonna look at each other next time.
Man.
We're all gonna look at each other next time and go, the Manwich Show.
So, the Manwich.
So